What up? It's a different lighting setup. It's different background. We got we moved a bunch of shelves around. I have a bunch of space actually. Oh, what up, Taylor? So, and actually I even have some other I have more space to do some fun stuff here, so. Not bad, not bad, not bad. It's a vibe. I'm trying not to be too loud because my baby's sleeping. Otherwise, I would pop off and scream Kaisenat style. Let's go! Actually, there's a new saying that's working into my repertoire. It's the way Europeans say "come on." They don't say "let's go." They say "come on." Actually, specifically, there's this guy that always makes it sound like very throaty, like "come on." So much space for activities. I know. So much space just to sit around and play TFT. Looks fucking dope. Thank you. I'll tell my sister-in-law and Michelle stayed up pretty late to help work on it because it was their Christmas gift to me. I'm usually not really a person that like needs a lot of gifts to feel like the holiday season and feel good about it. So their gift to me was to try to redo a lot of my background and took most of the afternoon and evening. That's why I ended a little bit earlier on New Year's. Are you talking about the Tour de France? Yeah. There's the team director of Jumbo Visma always goes, "Come on," and it's become like a little meme between me and my wife. All right, now you can do push-ups when you go bot 4. That's right. I actually have a cabled mic that I could actually draw out. I have to redo my audio system, but I could even stand back and do some karaoke or something because I stream karaoke. It's actually very appropriate that we have the Kate Vi jail scene music in the background because it is it's a vibe. It's a vibe. All right, okay, so today we're going to be doing the Douyu Cup Group Stage Losers Finals. For some people, this is basically their last chance to qualify for the semifinals, and the semifinals get you to the finals. The semifinals is next week. If you do well in the finals, you go to regionals, right? So this is basically like their Tactician's Cup. And we've been following it. We didn't follow it every single day. I don't really want to watch like every single game of it, but I always feel like it's good checking into CN every now and then. And then with China specifically, I try to follow some of their star players. So today there's like Flancy, for example, Shunga. Oh, actually, Shunga plays in the other group. Flancy, second at Worlds in set 8. Also considered one of the best CM players. Liu Li, set 6, second place at Worlds. YGQF, who's been pretty successful. They have a couple of underdogs as well. So it'll be interesting to see if some of the underdogs, I don't even know who they are. They're new players. So we have some new blood in China, which is exciting. It's gonna be 6 games, and the format is just highest points. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? All right, let's first see what counter it is, and then get started. This was played, by the way, on New Year's Eve for China, which is just like, man, New Year's Eve playing TFT. Wind up, monkey. All right, let me. Happy New Year, Pivas. Hope you're doing well. Also, the chess championship was played on New Year's Eve. I saw some highlights of it, man. Magnus Carlsen is just so disrespectful these days. He just like really tries his best to show that he just does not care. he just yeah. He's just being so disrespectful these days. It's very funny. I imagine it's the same type of humor that most people watch, like when Spencer and Setsuko are pulling their antics. Except Magnus Carlsen, yeah, I mean, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, basically, like Magnus Carlsen got like in trouble for wearing jeans to the chess championship, and because chess is a very formal game and you're supposed to be like dressing up for it, so it was against dress code, and Magnus obviously took a big issue with that, and started trying to really push the buttons of the organizers and the ruling body. FIDE. I think it's FIDE, right? It's how I pronounce it. I'm not really into chess, so. Okay, anyways, this is gold augment start here. Seeing what they're taking. We got Clutter Mind, category 5. Okay. I've been seeing more people take category 5 and just jam it on Corky. I think that is more and more common. And it seems pretty decent. Just as like, cause more than ever, as the patch gets figured out, I think most. Oh, wait a second. We got double Sterix Gauge Urgot. Okay, we got some spicy stuff. But I think most people value tempo a lot right now because loose streak. There's only a handful of things that can spike with loose streak right now. Mainly because most people are figuring out how to convert from positions of being ahead. And so you're trying to basically play at the strongest possible openers you can, because that sets yourself up to potentially fast 9, which helps you play around the 5 cost and ultimately get to 10 and play around things like 6 cost. So category 5 helps preserve a lot of HP and helps get you there, even if it's not like true bis on anybody. Basically, I don't even know if Ruden's Hurricane is true bis on any AD carry right now. Maybe Zeri. We got BD player as well. Interesting. Okay, build diff. All right, some spice. Oh yeah, so Magnus Carlsen apparently offered to just like tie the finals. He won against Hans Niemann, smashed his king chess piece, and then in the finals he's just like, yeah, do you just want to like split first place and not even we just go gamble in the casino? Like what is that, man? Oh god. Vlad 2. Blinding speed at home. Rageblade red buff. We've been seeing Twitch take this and then play into Twitch. Like very willingly. Just play high tempo into Twitch. I mean, his front line's pretty good. We moved to Vlad 2. Good start, very good start. You could also just play Kog'Maw, but Kog'Maw doesn't really use red buff very much. Warwick Runins is very good. Oh, yeah, I technically don't really categorize the 6 costs. It's like saying like blue buff is a lot better this set because Mel, you can always play it on Mel. It's like, well, you can get that like one. If you're very, very good, you can get into that situation like 1 out of every 10 games or so. Because probably more often, like 1 every like 7 or 8 games, but it's just not very common. Zeri uses red buff well though if he wants to play Kog'Maw. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you play Kog'Maw, you're just playing for a tempo top 4. Like, you basically press your advantage. Hopefully you play things like Gambler's Blade, generate a lot of gold. And then just like, yesterday I played it. I knew that I wasn't going to win the game, but I basically got second, so I felt like a win. Holy. Okay. So, well, I played Urgot reroll and I got second. And then chat was telling me that they looked at the data and they said that triple Sterix Gauge actually looks like true Urgot bis, like within craftables. There's obviously going to be like radiance and artifacts are going to be really good. So I actually played a game of it and it crushed. I don't know what to tell you guys. I didn't have Unleash the Beast either. Let me see if I can have the screenshots of it. I played a game of it off stream. I've been trying to play a little bit more off stream because I want to climb. I actually played triple Sterix Gauge Urgot, and it just like I thought it was gonna get stumped without the thing, and I beat a bunch of really good boards. So Take that with what you will. Now imagine if you had the Unleash the Beast augment. I don't know actually. There might be some diminishing returns on Unleash the Beast, even though it's an item-based augment. It's just like I don't think you stack the anti-CC or anything like that, right? I love your voice, Frodan. Thank you. I got it from my parents. There were random players in that lobby. I mean, sure. You can take that conclusion for what you will. I just want to show you one data point, a sample size of 1. And then we were looking at some of the build. All I'm saying is, I think multiple Sterix stacking is good on Urgot. I don't know if it's like Trubis is 3 Sterix gauge. It could just be one of those things where in the data that always looks good because if you get 3 Sterix gauge, usually it means like you survive long enough to be able to like get to Bis, because you just need so much redundancy of components that maybe like by the time you get to Urgot 3 with those 3 items, it's because you hit like a Sterix gauge on stage 6 or something like that. You know what I mean? So so it's naturally filtering for people that get far in the game. It's entirely possible. I have no idea. I hit GM this set using TFT Academy. Thanks, buddy. Congratulations, man. You know, if you're hitting GM, that means you can enter some tournaments. And I will say that there's a lot of people who enter tournaments for the very first time. There's someone in chat earlier today that said, I'm playing my tournament for the very first time. Any tips? There's a couple of pragmatic tips. Get a lot of good sleep, hydrate a lot, you know, make sure you're keeping yourself good outside the game, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Unironically, there's been a lot of players who have done well by looking at TFT Academy while they play in tournaments, because you're allowed to look at outside sources for reasons that are pretty unfortunate, which is like online competition is just hard to enforce rules like that. So you just allow people to look up anything they want, whether it's stats or guides, or I mean, hell, some people actually look at other things that they probably are borderline against the rules. But one thing that I have seen in common is that people are using TFT Academy to play in tournaments, and they actually do well. We've had multiple people, not only in things like sub-regionals and trials, but Mr. Keen last set, if you guys remember, got like 3rd in a cup, and he said that he was like first timing comps because he was just like looking at TFT Academy during the games. Actually, was this last set? It might have been set 11, but he was like, I was first timing a comp, and I just pulled up TFT Academy in the middle of the tournament and just learned how to play it. And he's like, yeah, dope. And I got like a second from that. Which I was like, you know what? I'm not sure. I'll allow it. But like, you know, obviously from competitive integrity reasons, I'm like, that's a little bit weird to me. But I mean, all good. It's a good ad. Does anyone know the format of the losers finals? It's 6 games, and I think top 4 advance. Let me actually look at it real quick. It's 6 games, and top 4. Oh, say last chance December 30th, 31st. 16 players compete in 2 lobbies, like 6 games. Top 3 advance to semifinals. Okay, so only the top 3 in standings today advance. And then you go to top 16, and then from top 16 they cut down to 8, and then within the top 8 they send players to regionals. So and that's gonna happen over the next 2 weeks. Brennan, where would I find tournaments? There's a Twitter. There's 3 sources. You can go to the website, which is it's pretty long. If you are in Americas, for example, it's Americas. Teamfight Tactics. America's TFT Esports. League of Legends. I forgot the link, man. It's been a while. Hold on a second. America's TFT Esports. Teamfighttactics.leagueoflegends.com. And if you're in EMEA or APAC, there's probably similar links like that. I'm gonna write that in chat. America's TFT Esports League Teamfight Tactics League of Legends.com. Something like that. And then Well, I typed the link raw. I typed T fight. All right, whatever. You figured out. That's one. Two, you could check. You could follow the Compete TFT brand on Twitter, and I mean, you have to have a Twitter account. Ooh, Quicksilver Renata. We've been seeing this more and more, by the way. Here comes the monkey. Void callers. He's looking for gold or items. Items are good. He got 2 swords, but that's okay. Contested. Fun fact, if you guys didn't know, these little legends show how many units, how many people have played this game. Actually, Contested's a really fun augment. I know it's pretty broken, but it's just really cute to see these little legends circling. And he has so 6 people have played Draven this game, which means he's gonna get 6 gold a turn. It's way too good. It's way too good, but it's a very fun augment. This guy got Pan. Oh, he's trying to find a Reforger for double automata. Okay. And then the third is to go through the Discord. So it's the website, the Twitter, the social media account, or the Discord server, and then they'll like ping you for announcements, assignments, and things like that. Is Twitch still banned in Korea? Functionally, yeah. I saw some YouTube clips and videos. First time catching the stream. Thanks for the fun and educational content. No problem. I need to put out some more guides on YouTube main. I've just been uploading mainly to VODs and some highlights of channels and things like that. I've been trying to... It's kind of a lot. It's kind of hard to like upload so much content to 3 channels, but I need to get some more like VOD reviews and other things on main. It's tricky because there's a group of people that want new tech. So if I do something on like Academy Sentinels, it's really bedge. But if I do something on new tech, it's like very risky. So if I do something like frontline Kog'Maw, solo frontline Kog'Maw, people are gonna be like, "This is bait," and then they're like, "You're not a real analyst. You're just doing like highlights, tuber content. You're not teaching us anything about the game." And I know that it's just like a couple hundred people on both sides that just say that, but you just read dozens of those comments and it's just like, okay, whatever. Berlouche, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Berlouche, what do you think of the new best stream background? You loving it? I do. I know you guys can't necessarily experience it, but it just feels, the vibe is different in my stream room now. It's just different. Like for me. And I guess that's all I care about, really. Okay, we're rolling down. Looks like we want to play around Corki. We have Emissary potential. Oh, Jace. You can just play Jace, and you can actually transition to Jace care backline as well. Do you put Gold Collector here and Last Whisper on Jace? I think you do. I think it's GS as well. GS, Gunblade play around Sword. We went Rageblade GP. That works too. Just find some way to kill. Wait, actually, that's literally I said something. Play around Sword. Oh, I guess I guess if I said Gunblade play around Sword, it's not possible. So, but I do think playing around Sword is good because you want the Sword item on GP. Ooh, Prismatic. That is Glorious Evolution. He's gonna take it. Glorious Evolution, that one is so hard to prog. Glorious Evolution says you gain an adaptive helm. If you upgrade 9 units, you get a victor. And it's just like that one is really hard to proc unless you have unless you didn't roll down and you're playing a composition that you're like willing to roll a lot, like maybe like a 3-cost reroll before you actually rolled. Like on 4-1. You're playing Kog'Maw, you have like 60, 70 gold, you choose not to roll, and then like for some reason you should roll, and then you like find your way into that. Like that's like a situation that I could see that like that augment's like very, very good. Because obviously if you get Victor on early stage 4, that is ridiculous. By the way, this guy's playing category 5 into Enforcers. Enforcer flex. Believe it or not, Enforcer's turning into sort of like a rebel flex thing, where just like you can actually just play Enforcers just like this, 6 Enforcers. I know he has the emblem, but just imagine that he didn't. But basically, you just play this because most players at the top level are now just thinking about how to survive level 8 to get to 9. And because the good lines are so contested. You're talking about like Four Emissary, you're talking about Black Rose, you're talking about Academy Sentinels. You just have to figure out how to get to 9 in the cheapest way possible. And sometimes you just like have to play the cheap boards. And that's where people are willing to play things like, you know, in the Black Rose line, a really common, like almost like really well-known thing now is you can play Ziggs 2 and Blitz 2 instead, right? You can play Doms. Maybe you don't even have Black Rose, but you just play Ziggs 2, Blitz 2. And so people are trying to figure out across the board right now how to play cheap boards to get to 9, and enforcers are part of that mix in China. And I think that I think that's a really good thing. That's one. I think a second thing is that this is a pretty rare thing that happens in TFT, which is some pretty deep patch evolution of like how people understand the mid game. And it almost makes me think that the game is a lot more stale and boring if we always have long patches. But this is one of the good thing about long patches is that we're seeing a lot of like anyone who thinks the game is in the same state as it was even just a few days ago is just completely wrong. Everyone's like the game is always evolving and people are always coming with new solutions. And we're now like in a spot where like now the meta looks really dynamic in the mid game. Really dynamic. The end game boards might look similar, right? You're still kind of capping around everything, but the mid game is fascinating on the patch at the moment. And that's where I suck the most. I mean, you guys saw me run down 600 LP, right? Because I think I was playing mid game really poorly, but that's because that's like where you can get most edge right now. I mean, early game as well, but early and mid game are evolving a lot. Who do you normally anomalize if you play cheap boards? Now that's a really good question. Basically you anomalize whoever that can get you to 9. So like, let's say for example, this person has a Lowy 2 and they're playing enforcers. You probably just anomalize Lowy here, or you can anomalize Mbessa 1, but that's not going to be as impactful. Or you can actually you hit a Rumble, so you can anomalize Rumble. But then you're like, well, and how does Loris fit in all this? And it's like, well, you just plan your game plan around that. Are you planning on staying on 6 Enforcer? If so, you'd like deviate, and because you had the emblem, you do. But let's say he didn't have this Enforcer emblem, he probably anomalizes Rumble over Alawi, in my opinion, but maybe he does Alawi, and then transitions out of Enforcers to go into like a Jace, Sentinel, Mordekaiser frontline with some six costs. So there's a lot of like things that you can do, even though it's not optimal. Like no one out here is telling you in your guides to anomalize Alawi in Enforcer line. But that's something that you should do. Just play around like whatever can get you to 9 reliably and some of your best units. And that's a really good thing. That just shows you that there's so much that you could be doing in these spots in these games. That like, because like most people would probably put it on Vi or Mbessa, right? On our guides, we actually tell you to do that. I think on our guides we tell you to do that, but in that spot it's entirely correct to do to go for it. I think we put it on our anomaly suggestions are on like the enforcers, right? Because it's just easy to suggest that, but you're not actually doing that in this spot whatsoever. You're just doing it on your best unit. And then you know, some people are playing like Swain, right, as an alternative carry backline, like anything that just gets you to 9. Now the problem is, of course, like if everyone's kind of doing these like cheap efficient boards, there's a little bit of ebb and flow, right? A little tug of war. Some people are like, well, if everyone's trying to play cheap boards, guess what's available? The 4 costs that people aren't rolling for. Everyone's stopping on GP3, Ziggs 2, Swain 2, right? They're stopping on it. Like, guess what? I can just roll and hit Quirky. I can hit the real board. So you have to be evaluating the game state and recognizing like, yes, there are different ways that you can do cheap effective board to get there, but then sometimes you just leave the good stuff open and then some guy just rolls and just like, oh, no one's rolling for it, I can just hit Garen 2, Corky 2, you know, whatever 2 for free. So that kind of dynamic is what makes TFT very challenging at this level. You just have to constantly be evaluating and honestly just sweating your butt off. Is this tournament live? No, this happened yesterday on New Year's Eve. One thing I dislike of the set mechanic is that you can't rush 9 without at least having one copy of your final carry or tank for the anomaly. Yes, although another challenge of that is that the correct way to be playing your spot? Are you trying too hard? This is Jace 2 is really good. Are you trying too hard? Wait, build different Jace 2? Holy cow. Dude, this guy's board's insane, but I mean, he went to 9 with Twitch, Echo 2, and Jace 1, and then just rolled down the head. Okay. He's gonna AP carry LeBlanc in the back. That's fine too. I mean, build different plays best around 5 cost. Anyways, Kimir, if you find yourself doing that, that probably means that you're not thinking openly enough about the game. There's a funny comment. That I got on my YouTube channel. I think I posted in sub chat last night. I want to show you guys a comment I saw. All right, I did a YouTube video about how Soju got to rank 1 playing a lot of Emissary, and I got this comment. Out of curiosity, what is Soju known to be good at? I believe I've heard Dish Soap is... Oh, I gotta hit a Victor. Is consistent top 4. Satsuko is good at fast 9 comps. What sets Soju apart? Flexibility? Bitching? I haven't heard much talk about this topic, which is so weird to me considering he's the most popular TFT streamer. I have a point. I'm not just laughing at a random comment. Soju's strength is that he is very good at situational recognition of what's going on and what he needs. Assuming that he's dialed into the meta. Sometimes it's just for funning, but he's really good at relative power evaluation. So he's able to look at his board, look at other people's board, and say this is what my board is good at. This is what my board is lacking. This is what their board is good at. This is what I need to do. And so he's very, very good at on the spot evaluation of the strengths and weaknesses of his board and what he needs to do. Now, the problem is that a lot of times, if he's not down to the meta, his reads are completely off. He's the weakness of that is like he could have the wrong conclusion. But right now, he's playing the game a lot, and the anomaly, like his anomaly choices and things like that aren't perfect, but I think it's like something that like helps sets him apart of recognizing what he can and can't do, and that's something that he's very, very good at compared to other people. I mean, I'm not saying he's perfect because he's not. No one's perfect, but that's like a skill set that I think really shines. When to greed versus how much to commit to, so on and so forth. And that's why he often ends up like doing some weird stuff, right? He'll play like a watcher frontline in with like, I don't know, Corky Heimer or something like that. I think I saw him play a game like that. And then or he'll like play cloning facility automata and like make it work. Like he understands a lot of core fundamentals of what makes things good. Wait a second. What is going on here? This guy's board's insane. Sword overflow into like 3-star Tristana, 3-star Urgot. Oh my god. Unleash the Beast contested sword overflow. What do you consider early, mid, and late game? Is it according to stages typically? Trying to learn? Thank you. What do I consider early game? Early game I consider stage 1 and stage 2. And then mid game starts around early stage 3, like 3-1, 3-2, until about anomaly stage around there. I consider the mid game around, yeah, beginning of stage 3 to end of stage 4. And then stage 5 onward is late game. Like stage 6 is late game. Put another way, after stage 4, usually you know what placement range you're playing for. So at the end of stage 4, usually you know if you're playing in a top 4, like you know if you're going to be landing top 4 versus going bot 4, which is why so many people put emphasis on winning stage 4. And this guy hit Enforcer Victor and doesn't look very good right now. Wait, did he anomalize Vex? No, he nominalized from. I think he nominalized from. That's just the Vex bonus or the power.
对，加一个致命秒。那反正这把看起来就是吃嘞，大家都跌得很差，刚唯一有上线的就是小魔女。
Happy New Year, Leo. When Soju does well, NA does well. Yeah, I mean, that's also true. You are telling me people not just watching for how hypnotizing his bitching is. I mean, that's part of it. That's part of it. Because when Soju complains about the game, he does it in a way that makes you feel like it's funny and it's not that serious. And sometimes he gets really mad, and actually sometimes the vibes are bad. But he's always like making sure that it's a good vibe check. Top 4. Category 5 into Enforcer +1. And if he didn't hit Enforcer +1, he probably was gonna play Corki. And if you don't hit Corki, you just back up Ez into Jace. So he had three layers to his plan. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. But he's also very good at the game, guys. Like it's actually amazing. You know, a magician never shows his trick, except Soju's been showing his trick for how many years now? 3-4 years straight running. He keeps tricking everyone, thinking that, like, you know, he's just gonna go 777 888 8875, whatever pin code you want to use to describe Soju's gameplay. But set over set, time after time, he just keeps proving it to you guys. Okay, BD. And by the way, they do Tekken Emissary. You notice that they are willing to play Emissary. And I did this, and I was in like 6th place, and chat was like, huh? You're play the Garen, play the Garen. What are you doing? One emissary. And it's like, the emissary bonus is actually really good because you get all this HP from Build Different, and the emissary bonus from Mbessa synergizes really well. It's like basically playing Sentinel on your entire board for 1 unit, so it's very efficient. And then he's just using like the rest of his high quality board to try and carry him. Now it looks like he's gonna barely lose. Oh no, he barely wins. Evernana board looks really juiced. Yeah, just keep that in mind. You don't always, just because Build Different says don't play any synergies on your units to get this effect, you don't have to do it on every single unit. And that also applies to mythic traits too. I know some people are like always baffled when they're like, why would you play Rumble in this spot? But if you have no anti-heal, you can always just play Rumble here. And also Rumble's continues to upgrade and scale, which is good. Also, his positioning is really interesting. He's trying to position. He's trying to declump Renata. Oh, does that actually work? I wonder if like he needs to move his outer units a little bit more. Oh, it's actually kind of working. Look at how disorganized Renata is from the back line. Genius mode. Oh, okay. All right. No, it actually works. It actually works. Another Sentinel emblem. This guy gets a Victor, though. I mean, you play Victor in BD for sure. So you copied this guy. That's right. I am Trunks. I'm from the future. I watched this guy do... Oh, he hit a Mel as well. Jinx 2. Does he take out the... I think you actually need to put items on this Jinx, but maybe I'm wrong. I feel like Jinx 2 with no items still is not that impressive. And I would like move Twitch items. Like maybe like Rageblade. Maybe remove Twitch, Rageblade, LeBlanc, and then Shojin, Deathblade, Last Whisper, Jinx. Oh, she casted though. Oh man, I mean when you have Victor, it's not even close. Okay, it was a little close. Also, he can go for two Jace 2s. You can go for two Jace 2s, so you can roll, get another Jace 2, replace the Twitch. That's fun. Oh, he doesn't have removers. Oh, you right. I just assume everyone has infinite removers. Yeah, this guy anomalized Rel. And then is it like Rel items? He's changing his positioning up. Oh no, he picked Share Your Energy Rel. Oh, that's so interesting. Have you guys ever seen that? Share Your Energy Rel? It's basically the Randuin stat. Oh my god, positioning diff. Okay, so what happened? What was different this fight? Oh, he edged closer to the Jace, so that way he could focus the Jace before he can get his second burst of healing. Oh man, there's like a lot going on in this late game. These players are trying to outmaneuver each other. I mean, he also did hit a Sentinel +1, but that was or +2 rather, but that was clever. I wonder if he just like grabs like Thieves Gloves or something for the Rel to get a little bit more stats, because share your energy Rel is something I haven't seen very often in these setups. Lowy 2, that's big. And you can go for third item on Lowy. That's what most people would do here. Third item on Lowy. Victor, he's got to find out. Oh, I actually ran into this exact situation. I didn't know how to play Victor in a board with something like this. I didn't have 606 Visionary, but I had like 4706 Visionary, and I was like, or something like that. He's just not going to play it. He didn't have time to reposition though, and this is going to be what should be the last fight of the game. I mean, I guess he's just going to ambush the left side. The other guy hit Jace 2, so he has double Jace 2. Oh, that's too much. Yeah, actually, the other guy's value is just too high. Just another Jace 2 with 3 items, and it's Victor. Yeah, I personally don't know what to... Oh. Sorry, way too dang. I personally don't know what to play over the Sentinels. Like, in this spot, what do you play Victor over, right? I also would have taken Quicksilver here. Oh, he did. I don't know what to play over Victor. Some people be like, cut the Visionaries, like cut Nunu or something like that. And that could be correct, but you have to remember that he's also playing this. So... it's probably still play Victor though, right? Sentinel Victor.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Probably. All right, great first game. That was kind of a banger. I like that. BD wins the game, by the way. I mean, he got to multiple 2-star Jace, 2-star LeBlanc, 2-star Malzahar, Victor. If that doesn't win the game, isn't Build Different just horrible at capping boards? Like, it has to win. Like, there's certainly something's got to give. Something's got to give. Just being, thanks for the 2 months. All right, I'm gonna run ads real quick. Keep chatting about the game, and then I'll see you guys for game 2. I mean, part of it was that he found a really good stabilization point on Build Different on stage 4 around Echo 2. Like, again, don't get too wrapped up on the final board. Yeah, obviously you cap with upgraded 5 cost. That's not big news. But he stabilized around Echo 2 and Twitch. And then found Jace 1. So his setup was Jace 1, Twitch, Echo 2, and that's how he stabilized until he was able to get to 9. Then just rolled for like whatever was available.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
The positioning to declump Renata was lit. Yeah, that's great, right? Because a lot of people feel like I can't beat Renata. I can't deal with it. Very, very sharp observations and good plays. Ninja, thanks for the 4. Happy New Year. Do you like these gold augments that define your game plan more, or something more flexible? I like a mixture. In TFT, looks like it's artifact Anvil. In TFT, I don't like when anything is just the same every single time. Some players like that. They want no encounter the vast majority of the time. They want like chill, like no orbs dropping. Like they want the same amount of gold, the same amount of components. They want like this because they're like, there's so much RNG in the game. You don't need to introduce more to make it good. And I'm like, okay, that might be true, but I also think that it's not interesting if you do that, or the game is a lot less interesting for that. The strength of TFT is the novelty of each game, and so I like that there's a mixture of augments that are hard committal, and then I like that there's some augments that are open-ended, like, you know, like you could take Slammin' and play pretty much anything that isn't reroll. You could also take open-ended reroll comps or augments. You can take Starry Night, and you can play a handful of things as well. I think that's good. I think that's good. And then there's like the random chance stuff, you know, portable forge on 2-1. That's good. I think a mixture of it. And believe it or not, this might be actually a little bit of a hot take, but I actually like that there's sometimes like bad augments as well. I know that some people don't like that because they're like, oh, I don't want to click the bad augments. But I actually think that there's like the reason why some players stagnate is because they think so broadly sweeping, like this is bad, and they use that to label everything. Oh, lone hero. I see. Hold on. Lone hero with Zonia. Wait, I played this setup, and everyone was telling me the Zonia's was bugging out luck, so don't play it. Someone was telling me that Lone Hero Lux with Zonia's bugged it out, so don't play it. So I actually removed the Zonia's from my Lux late game and played double Archangels BT. So let's see if he. I mean, you can play it early game for sure. He also positioned in the bottom left. I guess he's just trying to loose streak while killing units. But I think he wins anyways, though. I don't think this other guy has enough DPS. He has like no scaling Draven. Okay. All right. I think a lot of people use the word bad to describe things in TFT. And I think that is only part of the picture. I think the word bad is oftentimes misused. Or sorry, I think it's a too broad of a adjective. I think the word that often describes things more is situational or narrow or specific, right? And what I mean by that is these augments are bad in the general context, but under certain contexts they can be good. This is why people want augment stats, because a lot of players recognize that not every augment is actually bad. They recognize that it's situational, and they want the stats to tell them. Okay, that sounds like I'm framing a certain way. They want stats to illuminate the situations where they can click more specific augments or more situational augments. And I actually like that those augments exist in the game because the flip side of that is that those players are very risk averse. They want the game to be they want augments to be solved before they load into the game. They don't actually have fun exploring TFT, which I actually feel bad for them. But there's a lot of players that don't enjoy the exploration phase of TFT. They just want to click. They want to know the answer going in and click the augment and then play the game. I enjoy both personally, but I actually think that those augments that are like generally in most situations are not very good. But if you find the situation you can succeed with them, like Dumbify. I think Dumbify is a really good example of this. Because intuitively you can understand that this augment is pretty bad, but it's actually like kind of fun to click Dumbify and just like see if it can work this time. You're like, okay, surely I had this up this time. I like that actually. Maybe I'm in the minority, but I actually love when bad augments like that exist. When I say bad, I put in quotation marks. That's just maybe that's a hot take. Lone Hero Lux, by the way, 3 streaking. Just putting it out there. Lone Hero Lux 1 with Zonia's Archangels streaking. Not everyone has that much time to play TFT. That's correct. That's correct. But also, everyone keeps saying everyone keeps returning to this. I don't want to. When they say not everyone has that much time to play TFT, what they're really saying is I want to get better at the game without playing the game. And that's a fair thing to say. But what Riot is basically pushing for, and that might not be something that makes you happy, and we've had this conversation many times by now, so I don't want to harp on it too much, but they're just basically saying like, if you want to get better at the game, play the game, or watch other people play the game, or listen to other people's opinions about the game, but don't just stare at. They don't want people to stare at spreadsheets and then solve the game by not playing the game. Some people are like, well, I enjoy that. And it's like, well, great. You could. There's a lot of other things you could do. There's a lot of activities that you can do that are similar to that. But in TFT, they don't want people's enjoyment and consumption of the content of that what happens to be accelerated largely due to augment stats. Oh my god, we have Blade Dance Irelia. This soap thinks this is a C tier augment. He forced me to demote it to C tier. He said this augment stats are terrible. And then I told him like I don't think that's true, but you know, we'll follow it. He rarely speaks with such confidence on some things like this, where he's just like, yeah, because like, you know, for example, he doesn't actually think family reroll is A tier. He actually thinks family reroll is kind of bad, but like the stats look good on it and everyone plays it and everyone's like still, you know, it still crushes from time to time and whatever. So he like, yeah, okay, he doesn't put his foot down, but he's like, dude, Irelia is bad, and I'm like, okay, if he says so. But the thing is, I also have played this, and I think my scores with it are like 1, 2, and like I went like 6 or 7 because Irelia 3. I literally didn't hit Irelia 3. But that's not like the augment's fault. That's just me clicking it in a situation where I should have recognized that it was probably gonna be hard to hit. I think people who put more time something should be rewarded. I mean, that's a big portion of where I stand. But yeah. Anyways, we don't have to be here because I mean the thing is, if augment stats never come back, we're gonna basically have this conversation over and over and over. But the reason why is because yesterday there was this thread posted on the competitive TFT subreddit, which is like do you guys think hiding augment stats have been a success or failed this set? And pretty much universally across the board in that thread is a bunch of players saying it's a failure because I don't play the game anymore. And that's like a thing that I think is unfortunate because I think TFT is a great game even without augment stats. But I look at that and I think that I can't help but think that these are the only players that think that. Because there's a few people in that thread that say I'm enjoying the game without it, and they're getting downvoted like crazy. So like, I'm looking at that thread, and there's like 5 or 10 people that are like, I'm actually enjoying it a lot, and they're like, it's like -10, -15, -20, and it's just like people are just mad. Like, so like you're not even allowed to like. So I'm just like, man, do you know what this is? This is just a congregation of like every player that quit the game. There's I guess like 200 people quit the game. I'm like, okay, I guess that's it then. And that's a bummer. I don't want those people to quit the game, but like I also feel like I can't help but feel like it was actually a success. But I'm not entirely sure. I'm doing this new thing in life. I inverse Reddit. This is a new thing. I inverse Reddit and I inverse Twitch chat. And we'll see how it goes. I'm in like month 2 of it. Okay, so we got Nocturne reroll. We got Conqueror +1. Health is wealth. Love Conqueror +1. I'm really curious about the Irelia player. The Irelia player, I just want to see how he does. Right now, he's 1 off Irelia 3. Thank you for this overlay. He's 1 off Irelia 3 at 3-3. That's pretty reasonable tempo. You need to get to 7 Rebel, though. It's a big thing. TFT Reddit is just complaining. People complaining, not taking responsibility. There's a reason no good players are top commenting. Yeah, I mean, you're actually really right. There's only a handful of players like Alex M, Asa, and Marcel that still reply to it. But for the most part, like, believe it or not, Socks, Soju, and a lot of other good players back then used to actually comment and read and do all that stuff like a lot, but now they just don't. Lone Hero Lux! Oh, wait, he had powered shields! Oh my god, he has two of the Exodia augments. Actually, well, I mean just one, I guess, because Lone Hero is the baseline. The power shield is like one of the, I think it's like top 3 augments for Lone Hero Lux. And he's 100 streaking. This guy's 100 streaking. No gig. Milk used to comment, yeah.
这边要5进的话就要拿到全套，这全套能拿到吗？
I do think some of the people that post guides and tips on the Reddit is good. Also, I do want to give a shout out to the daily discussion threads on anomalies and augments. I think that's been a really positive thing, and like the thing, this is probably the only corner of TFT Reddit that I enjoy anymore, because it actually is discussion, and there's people who actually drop a lot of random tech all the time. All the time. Like that one dude, there's one dude, yes, a few days ago posted, get Fireball the anomaly actually is anti-heal. And then he got downvoted by like everybody, and I was like, okay, maybe he's wrong. And then yesterday I found out he was right. He was right, man. That one guy that ate like 50 downvotes, not 50, it was like 15. He just ate dozens of downvotes because everyone thought he was wrong. That guy was right. It actually, that guy's a beast.
这边有可能会把拉克斯
Anyways, I think there's some good discussion here. Also, this guy just keeps positioning bottom left Lux, and he just keeps winning.
因为他前面
100 streaking. You think this guy's gonna lose at all this game?
很多人上哇16块呀
Okay, I know this is VOD, but I'm pretty sure
都上去上以上然后这个分
I'm just gonna go ahead and start a prediction. Does Lone Hero Lux?
这个很认的
How much? Okay.
拉克斯
Does Lone Hero Lux 100 HP the lobby?
这分针吃的
Yes, Mr. 100. 99 to 0.
琉璃这边
Yeah, you guys have 2 minutes. I'm just gonna drop a prediction. Does Lone Hero Lux 100 the lobby? You guys can do a prediction if you guys want.
应该也是有用的
I'm just telling you, Power Shields is one of the the argument for Mr. 100 is that power, if he hits Mage Armor and Power Shield, I'm convinced that might be good enough to just 100 the lobby. Because like it is actually that is where it starts to become SS territory, where it's like completely unbeatable.
就感觉热的很有盼头。
不海克斯
Just putting it out there. Just putting
有
it
什
out
么
there.
海克斯能够比你啊
没有，以前有一个海克斯，我记得也是一波给很多钱。但是
Contested
这个夸张吧？
Or Conquer.
一波6块太舒服了
What other augments than Mage Armor and Ultimate Hero would you give Lux? You mean anomalies? Deep Roots supposedly is pretty good. I played it one time and got like a second. It was pretty solid. But I have some people heard that it bugs out Lux. I think Lux actually specifically with like untargetable or like can't be stunned has some weird things with her animation. So some people have reported bad experiences playing it. Okay, we're playing Form Swapper
上
Jace.
人口了4块钱
Very common. Jace 1 being as good as he is, by the way, is very good for 80 flex. Very, very good. Because you hit Jace 1, that's always something you can do and just stop rolling.
赛维卡跟
But he's balanced in the sense that he's fragile, so he can actually just totally die. He's not like completely unkillable and hard
但
stable.
这张卡其实我现在
He's very beautiful, so I like it.
能两星的话还
Some people say Bulwark is pretty good too. Oh, here we go. Lux 3.
打拉克斯
Powered shields. just can't.
还有高级月光
要不高级月光，
What's the best possible augment that he could hit right here? Does anyone know?
不过对他来说光明重构器也是可以
对，但其实是光明月光要厉害的，确实是
Does anyone know?
真有兄弟
Does anyone have anything crazy like Artifactory?
是拿的，不用想。
高级月光
What's the name of the Ascension anomaly? Legacy of Shurima.
有点吓人了
Greater Moonlight? Oh, then you get 4-star Lux.
寄出来一张一星卡可以前2了。
琉璃这边拿什么啊
Sated Spellweaver, I could see that. I'm not entirely sure, actually.
错了
Not entirely sure. This guy took Coronation.
也是玩那个梦
He's got the Tactician's crown.
琉璃是刀妹，
He's playing Kog'Maw.
小皮这波拼得很
Yikes. Okay, so Kog'Maw, this is like the worst option. Like a lot of times you're thinking like, okay, can I stabilize on Ziggs? Can I stabilize on Swain? Obviously Silco. This stabilizing Kog'Maw on stage 4 without Automata is really brutal. Without a lot of Automata, because
这边拿了一个金
when you build Kog'Maw like this, most of his damage is him dealing the Automata damage as opposed to actual like
前排够了吧
yeah. So this guy's spot is not very good. Oh, and this guy's Nocturne spot is this Flancy? He hit. BT, Even Shroud, Crown Guard, Akali.
也没啥问题。
He's 2 off Nocturne. He's at 45 HP. I'd be tempted to send here, but
这个泰坦的梦魇
he's holding.
哦，弗莱特是选择了上哨兵。
He's leveling for Sentinel and Rebel. No, he's leveling for Rebel.
这个瑞尔就得上了吧？这个下面这个
Oh, interesting. He's playing like he's playing the old school variation. This is the variation of Nocturne we played before they buffed him. We played Sentinel instead of Automata for frontline, and then yeah, but then we realized that, but then they like turbo buffed Automata, so then they like we just started playing Automata. But this, you played like 4 Sentinel, Quick Striker, and then you'd play like the Rebel package plus, you know, Rumble or something. Loris was an Enforcer. Why are they not disabling Lone Hero? I got scammed by the schoolgirl so many times. This guy voted yes, Mr. 100. I mean, it's they're not disabling it because I think there's like some holiday or something going
我
on.
感觉也不是刚需法师无甲的，他这么。
对他肯定不是刚需的，但是他只要能出。
But the real answer is the devs are lazy. They disabled augment stats because they don't want people to see how imbalanced things are. And yeah, and More Dog's a trillionaire just using Riot and TFT to personally become the Warren Buffett of esports. That's just the truth.
能吃分吗？感觉
Sorry,
这个
I didn't I just had to be honest, man. He's casually sitting on 112 gold because he has to. Do you understand that you have to roll 100? Wait, someone dropped the stats on me. It's like I want to say it's like 120.
估计是故意就是低价的，或者说他根本没递过，就是嫖了，然后两个都捏了。但是他如果两个都捏的话，应该
130 gold for a 90% chance to see mage armor.
三金的阿卡丽就
130 gold for a 90% chance to see mage armor. So you have to start saving.
能顶住吗？大腿
Start saving up.
好像能赢吗？哎呦，哇，好急！
很关键。
Consistent compound interest gold.
把弊端就看出来了。
Get them in the ETFs. Those index funds.
再去东西的这个
Some guy is 3 off Corky 3.
这边搞个火球，搞个魔法训练什么的。
I rolled 60 and missed magic armor. That's actually surprisingly pretty common.
蹲点
So yeah.
主要就已经
Okay, can we see the Lux? There are some really important fake internet points on the line. Can we see the Lux? Can we head
画
over?
个世间场。
Irelia 3. Okay, Disop was right. Oh, he's on 5 Rebel though. He didn't hit 7 Rebel.
就是这个
They did hit the Rumble. His gold is going down. Oh, he's still rolling. You're right. 74, 73. Okay, he hasn't hit yet. He hasn't hit yet.
哦，又开了个水。
He hasn't hit yet. 69?
这个刀妹
No way. Does he stop and hit on 69?
分什么异变啊？我很好奇。
看一下，
I think he got it, you guys. I think he stopped at 69 with like 5 seconds left.
这种地下拳王什么？
I mean that's I mean isn't that poetic?
哦呦
Nice.
这个欧这一下，但伤害不是很
Nice.
理想啊。
This is Flancy's still stuck on Nocturne 2. Oh, buffering.
但是他可以把其他人清了呀。
Oh no.
他也不是说非得要切主角，这边一刀直接把
哦，
后面秒
第一个
了。
终结者应该终结者。
拖
Flancy's probably gonna go Wave if he's stuck on Nocturne 2. He did pump the 7 to try and like let his Pandoras finish the 3-star, but this is the downside of it. It's like every turn you don't hit it, you're just losing another life.
他就乏力了就开始。
7. Oh, the Lux won. I'm just saying, the Lux won. 100 HP streak and Lone Hero Lux.
但是其实左翼的这个魔
The
力
casual 15 win streak.
很差，极差，尤其是他跟白天使，就完全是不搭嘎的两个装备。但是他
Corky 3, no, he's 3 off Corky 3. He was also 2 off Corky 3, so he sold it
而且
actually.
飞哥这边地卡是很好的，我的看法是
Is Irelia actually viable? The hero augment?
会在蓝发触发
I mean, I think it is personally. In my tier list, it's a B tier hero augment. In Dishsoap's tier list, it's a C tier hero augment, as in he's just never clicking it,
不过他蓝发出发很快。
which I understand. But I also want to point out that Leo Lee is also a little bit of an off-meta tech player. Like Leo Lee is this guy. He got second in Set 6 World Championships behind Li Luo. You guys might remember, if you guys watched the Macau Open, Li Luo was like the Set 6 World Champion alongside Title, who was trying to win the tournament. So he got second to that guy. Xian went 1-2 in that world.
你这边终身黄铜的征服者，
And he's always been kind of like I got like more comps in my pocket that I'm willing to whip out if I see an augment or something that enables it. He's always been sort of like a little bit of a tech player. Here's the problem though, is that if you never hit 7 Rebel, which looks like he never did because he's gated by Jinx and everything like that. It's a tale as old as time. 7 Rebel without 7 Rebels. Rebels without 7 Rebels is pretty bad. And also, it looks like he's contested Rebels. Like this guy just did a straight up dry Rebel run.
收下也不影响他赢，他这个高级月光太猛了。
Lux won again. Are they gonna never show Lux? It's probably because they don't want to show. They don't want to showcase Lux winning every round for the rest of the game.
高级月光，
Zoe doing damage. Zoe's pretty good. I don't know why people think Zoe's bad in 7 Rebel. She's actually really good. It's just that outside of 7 Rebel, Zoe ain't doing much. Oh, I see why. This guy doesn't actually have 6 core keys. He has Trickster's Glass, and the overlay is detecting that this is another core key too. This guy is not going for core key 3 at all.
6铁血，双飞机，
It looks like he finally hit Zoe. It's too late though. Yeah, Dystop was right.
比较大成的确实很
This guy went 8th.
哦，这边拼的还是蛮多的。
Sag.
这边琉璃又老八了嘛？那有点
Okay, but like if you never hit, isn't that not because of the hero augment though? Like if you play 5 Rebel,
一下还在正在打的战斗中嘛？
let's say if I filter for like
非常的妖
5 Rebel, Jinx, Zoe, Alawi, you're also gonna average like a 6. I guess Rebels just suck.
飞哥这边确实是纯粹的力大专飞了。
I mean they don't. Rebels are really good if you hit everything.
青龙灯电到
It's just a low agency comp. We use that term to basically describe comps where you don't have much options. You just have to hope that you hit the right units.
装备组合确实很。
Rebels have surprised. I talked about this yesterday, but Rebels have surprisingly become a quite inflexible line.
就等一下金克斯了，金克斯只要来了就很。哦，跟上
这边
4-star
利
Lux,
过好像是，
ultimate hero. No, he has greater moonlight.
跟上利过也够了。
Oh my god! Wait, is this the true 1, 2, 3 best augments you could possibly hit? Obviously, you need lone hero Lux. Also, why does he keep going bottom left instead of
Man,
bottom
I'm getting
right?
more dogged
I
again.
don't get it.
哪让厉害的？跟上利过。
I thought bottom right is just strictly better because
是也够了
I。mean, you can't kill him. I thought strictly because you can get surrounded by fewer units.
那他其实能够去补到一个
Lunas, I think for 6
就是
months.
说比较硬的前排，稍微让这个大天使
Wait a second.
是 OK 的。
Guys, I think he might 100 the lobby.
他如果是
He went deep roots? Okay, it looks like he went deep roots. Oh, so it doesn't really matter then bottom left, I guess, if he can't get stunned. But there's still more people attacking him.
飞哥从100砍到0了，
Ah, you know what? That explains why he was like...
这狼也补起来了呀。
Because he rolled and then stalled.
外交啊，
And like, I think he was evaluating different things than just like rolling for mage armor.
感觉上面是开不了的，只能是上补。
He ran out of time. No, he still had like... He stopped at 69 gold when he had like
但是这边3个
10 seconds left. He definitely just said it's good enough. And deep roots, in my opinion, should be good enough to stop rolling. I know some people who think it's bad, but
但我还是觉得泰坦
I don't think it's bad.
肯定是赢
吸血
血。
还是要阿卡丽的吧？主要你这放前面你没吸血不行。
我感觉这个帽子给
Throwback quick striker build.
阿卡丽还是
This actually specifically the throwback build was because we carried Akali a lot of time. This is a better build for Akali because you play rebels,
开个大。
and so you have Akali do a lot of damage and get a bunch of attack speed.
好像秒掉了。
But looks like it's just a low roll 5th for him. He hit Nocturne 3 in stage 5. That's like come on. I've seen people hit Nocturne 3 in stage 3. This guy's a stage and a half behind tempo.
节奏就已经炸掉了，能吃老虎不错。
It is what it is. 5th's not bad.
雅哥这边还赖着，
苟住了雅哥
开。心。
And Kog'Maw, so I mean this is what Kog'Maw does. He opened Lichbane,
感觉有点懒小魔女
played
永远是
Automata, tempo, preserved a bunch of HP. He's actually he won 2 fights.
小
Oh wow.
小鱼儿那边
But usually you just preserve a bunch of HP and then just like bleed out to the 3rd or 4th. He still might go 4th even though he won 2 fights here in stage 5. I just don't think his board's very good. I wonder unless he got like a really good anomaly on Kog'Maw, like 1,000 cuts or something like that to make up the DPS. I mean, he has double mana. Maybe it's like magic training or something. I can't tell. Okay, here he goes. Zhonya's activates. Lux. Kog'Maw's rampant. Nah, yeah, not even close. Sorry. Man, what this guy's got a tech in the Morgana. He's got second to Morgana, the one. I wonder if anyone's gonna try to look for Morgana to counter her. Then you have to go through multiple layers of it. So CC is out of the question. You can't CC her,
但是没问题。
or you can't stun her. And then she has Zonia's as well. Do you think he might be putting in the corner to get hit for more mana? Oh, interesting. Interesting. I didn't think about that possibility. I
还没有金克斯吗？
I don't know if I like that as much. Like putting in the bottom left, like that could be what he's doing, but I don't know if I still like that.
这是一个很尴尬的点。
But that would be an interesting idea.
真不来啊！哦，来了来了，终于来了。
来，但是买不起，
他得就得卖一德，
Hey, 7 Rebel looks like it's top 3 at least. That's not bad.
不打算谈
Again, it's dry Rebels. There's no emblem. He just played Mana Zane Zoe. But I think this guy hit really hard. Like he hit Zoe 2, Lao 2 pretty quickly and stabilized. Actually, no, he didn't. He's at level 9, 6 gold. Never mind. He just got the 9.
他蓝发触发的还蛮快的，还真就触发。
Out of curiosity, Frodan, can you speak or read any language besides English? I could read some Mandarin.
反正也打不过这拉克斯。
反正也打不过来，不用想了，反正也打不过，你这怎么给他打不过？
Rebels does not beat. Rebels is AoE burst and Lux. You just you can't beat this.
还真就蛮。
Oh, he's at 100 HP. I think that's it. He beat everybody. He beats. It's down to the Conqueror player. It's down to the Conqueror player to hit something crazy. I don't think he has enough. I don't think he has enough DPS. Usually the Conqueror player just has like overwhelming value, and that's how you win. Like five cost upgraded, you know, and Victor and like 3 items. I think this guy actually 100 the lobby.
这个老三也合理。
This is because the Conqueror about to cash out again at 550, and that's when you get you start getting some items. Oh, okay. Not every unit's alive. Every unit's alive. Every unit is alive. She can't get stunned though, so the best is useless. Uh-oh. Oh, the burst? Oh. Okay, man. Oh no. Oh no. Not the Hextech Forge. Not the Hextech Forge. Oh no. 4 Sentinel, 4 Sorcerer. Yeah, he's just playing no 1 costs. And then this Rebel player, as we established, cannot beat it 1v1. I think, okay. Should I just cash you guys out now? Should I just cash you guys? Should I cash out the believers now? What was the ratio? 250 to 500. Oh, brutal. I should just cash you guys out now. This is Rebel has a negative 1% chance of beating it. It's all AoE burst. That's all. That's what the comp is. Unless I'm wrong. I'm willing to be wrong here, but I just don't think it's gonna be even remotely close. Jinx, where are you aiming? She aims at the center of the board. How can they not hotfix it? We've answered this question 10 times. I'm gonna answer it for the 11th time, and the next person that asked this, I'm just gonna time out for 1 second. It's Christmas and New Year's. They have a holiday. It's a planned holiday schedule, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you something else. Next year on this year on December 31st, 2025, they're also not going to be able to hotfix whatever is a strong comp in TFT. I'm just telling you guys. Oh, we teched the Morgana. Oh, hold on. We found Morgana at 9. We found Morgana at 9. Hold on. Okay, the thing is, Morgana's not going to target the Lux for a long time. She got stunned. Uh-oh. She's not targeting the Lux at all. Okay, no, that's... she didn't even cast 1 time on the Lux. Okay. She just like... Alright, well... 07 to all the points. Oh my god. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'll be back in a couple minutes, you guys. BRB. Oh jeez. So the format is 6 games and then top 3 advance to semis. I'm cheering. Fancy is one of my favorite players from CN. Top 3 favorite players from CN, so I always want him to do well. So he went 2nd and 5th. That's pretty good. There's no bonus points for first, which is good. I personally don't like bonus points for first place. I actually think that the only... I said this before, but I believe that there should only be one gap between... one gap. And that should be between top 4 and bot 4. Like 4th and 5th. And I would... Because I think playing for a top 4 is very thematic to how the way the game rewards you. Both in LP and everything else. Also... Okay, but I will say, actually, there's a second gap that I've been advocating for. But I'm not... I'm like only half serious about it, but I think that if you the only other point gap that I'd be willing to accept would be a point gap between 7th and 8th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, basically no 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. But like I personally believe you should get like 8th place could also just get 0 points. Like why should you even get points for going last? Just give him a 0. Low key deep boots might be better than mage armor just for the anti CC. I've seen some people argue that. I just think mage armor is still like true bis by like a mile, but I know that I think deep roots is like if mage armor is S or S plus, I think deep roots is like A plus at worst, maybe even better. Okay, gold. This is gold subscriptions. I see no scout no pivot. China loves Renata a lot, so I think they might play no scout no pivot to Renata with the rod. Wandering Tramer into Scrap and Firelight. I see a tower defense. Can't tell what that is though. It might be like a Dominate or something like that. Scoreboard Scrapper. Scoreboard Scrapper is really commonly played in high econ portals into like Emissary. Because you can really utilize both the AD and AP. But you could also play it into like, I guess you could just play it into Corki, and then if you really want, you could also play it into like some of the other 4-cost stuff, like Black Rose or Rebels. But I personally think it's most of the time it's Emissaries. When are you gonna give away the? Oh, are you talking about the giveaway for coaching? That's so that's being ran by Kite on our Discord server. If you're wondering about our coaching giveaway with me and Disto, we're gonna be doing that probably later today / tomorrow. It is New Year's Day, so some people are probably still waking up, but we'll probably do that in the next couple days. It's Academy Tower Defense? Okay, thank you. So welcome back for anyone who is there from break. This is gold subscription Portal game 3. 8th being a participation award, though. On a more serious note, it does make it harder to come back if you get a 0 instead of a 1. Yeah, exactly. Like I think I think that point gaps shouldn't really exist in TFT tournaments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is perfectly fine, I think. But if you were... Oh, this guy has 2 more Tristanas. Does he go Trist 3 from here with Cluttered Mind? Probably not. I mean, you can hold it just in case. I mean, yeah, I guess you could sell. In the worst case scenario, you sell Tristana and you pick up Vex if you need the gold. Because you can't sell a 1 cost for a 1 cost if you lose here. And then the other 2 costs you sell, they're pairs. If you were to point gap, I would point gap between 4th and 5th. But I was telling people that I would the other point gap that I would advocate for is between 7th and 8th because you shouldn't get any points for going 8th. But that means low rolling is really, really bad. It punishes low rolling really hard. But also you could argue that any like not playing for 8th is also going to be kind of exciting. It gives you like something to play for, I guess. Some people like 7th, 8th, like whatever. It's a 2-point gap swing. So. Can you still enter the giveaway? I believe it closed at at end of New Year's. So I think it's already over. Actually, I can check it out. Exclamation point coaching. New Year coaching giveaway. Get coached by Frodan Dish Soap. Winners will be picked on January 1st. And we've had many people apply. Is the game accelerated? Yeah, we watched it at 1.25 because I personally think watching 1.25 feels the best. The only time 1.25 doesn't feel good to me is when you watch someone roll like really quickly. But yeah. Hey Frodan, any comps that's not very contested to grind because I'm always getting 6th to 8th. I'm currently Plateau peak Emerald 4. Thank you. Not very contested. I would say Twitch is not very contested, but I don't know if I would recommend you to play Twitch very often. It is not contested. I mean, like you have to think about it though. Not contested for a reason. You could try to play. You could try to play Twitch if you're a bold man. Okay, scoreboard scrapper full open. Just for Sentinels, he asked for an uncontested line. Sentinels is one of the most contested lines. And the problem is, most players don't know how to build, don't know what to do if like they can't hit a Lowy and like Corky side, like Heimer, and that's actually a really tough spot to play if you're playing Sentinels. There's a lot of things you can do, but a lot of players will struggle in that situation because in their mind they think they play Sentinels, but what happens when you don't hit a Lowy? What happens if you don't play Lowy and you're forced to tank, you know, Rel 2 and Leona 2? The answer is if you choose to stick that stubbornly, you're gonna go bot 4. You have to do some other stuff creatively. Mundo is contested. I mean, every forecast is contested by somebody. There's no uncontested forecast tree in the game. Let's just go ahead and look at it. I'm going to just go ahead and write it. Every forecast has multiple use cases of it. And Bessa, I mean, I don't have to explain this. Corky, he's basically the de facto AD carry in the backline. He's the most commonly contested AD backline carry in the game. Mundo goes in both Twitch and goes in the Dominator AP boards. Echo, okay, you could probably play around Echo. He's the least contested forecast because he's pretty much only played as a scrap off carry or a way to activate Jinx in Rebels. There are ambusher builds you can play. So Echo is the least uncontested. If you want to play around him, go for it. Elise, the most contested unit in the game, even though I personally think it's not, but Elise is the most contested unit in the game. Garen. Heimerdinger is played in Academy, and that's pretty much it. But the problem with Heimer is that his front line is really contested. Same problem with Twitch, actually. Twitch and Heimer have the same problem, which is that they're lower tier, it's relatively uncontested, but their front line is very contested. And then Alawi, most contested tank in the game, in my opinion. Silco, Vi, and Zoe. Disto told me that you could try playing around. Oh, this guy took magic roll. Yeah, magic roll is just trait tracker. I think it's trait. I think it's magic roll. You could try playing off meta and play like Echo Vi. And you can play Echo Vi Gangplank. How about that?
只有弹出去的，就只是保证自己的一个存活率。
What's up, man? I love your YouTube videos. Thank you.
基本就是同理。风衣
I've been trying to invest a little bit more into YouTube, but
分别
on my main channel, I need to put some VOD reviews and guides out. It's just been hard over the holidays because my family was around, and usually what happens is I do that content after stream.
也可以啊，那也可以。
So I wake up 6 to 7 a.m. I stream until 3
他
p.m.
现在叠增幅，他是不是想叠个100层？
and 3 to 4 p.m. and then I usually do YouTube content and then do family stuff for the rest of the day. But I had some relatives and holiday plans, so I basically couldn't do YouTube
有点难啊。
on my main
分出来
channel.
是一些小脆皮。
乌鸦确实是尴尬的。
But I got some stuff today. I got the funny thing is
对，那风衣
no one is really streaming their
风衣
climbs
就手指甲一定要
except for Soju and Setsuko and NA. And I just did a Soju video. So I don't want to do like another one on him. I guess I could do like YBY or something like that. But like CN players also are hiding their VODs. And Setsuko hides his VOD. So like I don't know I don't have that much to work with, I guess. For like the guys that I want to make.
它其实组合也就是影响3个装备嘛，只要能用就行。它不是那种什么学术研究，它就
Because Soju plays fast 10,
用上就行。
and I kind of want to do a fast 10 guide. I mean, who cares? You know who cares? This Gotham chess guy posts a Magnus Carlsen update like twice a day. So maybe I just like use Soju because he's rank 1 and he's climbing to rank 2 as well. I'll just do like 3 Soju videos. Who cares?
这边还在滑
Gotham chess does it. This guy basically is breaking news. Magnus Carlsen inhaled. Who cares? But I think he actually does a really good job showing how to fast 10, and I want to do a fast 10 guide because fast 10 to 6 cost is actually a legitimate strategy if you know how to convert off of it.
打了很多钱。
So I think that's gonna be my next video.
老过渡还是舒服的。
Setsuko's VOD is on YouTube. Wait, is it? I don't know if it's backed by him though. Oh, this guy's just literally leeching off of him.
先拿到一张4费卡，已经过渡。
Plot twist. It's actually Frodan's 4th channel. It's just him ripping Setsuko's VODs, just farming the YouTube money.
2个，什么科技枪那个组合，科技枪板甲最后一
Okay,
个。
Academy, Sentinels, Rageblade, Quicksilver. And they're not the sponsored items.
因为板甲是个好东西。
Yikes. That's not those are not ideal items. I mean, Quicksilver is a little bit underrated, but
科技枪是科技枪。
man, what are you looking for with this late game attack speed? Like, are you trying to play Mord? Quicksilver, Rageblade. I mean, Rageblade's not very good on Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser needs upfront attack speed,
大头还是
not Oh, wait, what?
8级一张截死。提前。
No way. Come on, man. He is sensitive. Wait a second. Wait a
是
second.
这个本家的一张5费。
Wait just a second here.
8级有没有是2个概念，2个游戏。
Hmm.
哎呦，水银羊刀还真可以给这个铁男拿去敲人。
YouTube.com Setsi Betsy.
这副叠个6是吧？
Setsuko VODs.
一对。
Live Setsuko reaction. This guy is horny. All right, I guess I'll go through it a little bit and see.
直接选择拉巴。
It says in bold, I am not
这
Setsuko.
张杰斯
All right, great. I'll go through it and see if I can find any good games of it. Because I just want to pick people from different but the problem with using the same person over and over in TFT is that then you become then your perspective of learning becomes very narrow
琉璃这
这水银
边。
羊刀还真
because
太可惜了如果你这个赛要上铁男。
every player has certain biases and preferences. There's no like theoretical optimal stuff. I mean, you know what it is? I'll ABA. I'll riot matchmaking it. I'll just do Soju then Setsuko then Soju again. They won't care. I'll pump out 2 this week.
还可以啊。
Boom.
对，他已经上8了。但是琉璃的打法是会上9的。
All right, gold.
可以马尔扎哈，对，但是他现在中期应该是没人带。
By the way, how do you guys feel about these trait augments?
哎呦，小皮补到了一个
Martial
普
law,
他那个
unlikely duo, menaces, reunion. I personally thought they were gonna be a big problem this set, and I think they actually feel fine. They actually feel fine, and the reason why is because they're not overpowered. There's only one or two can even be considered overpowered. I think they actually nailed the balance of it, because most of them are like situational slash like they're not that good, and so as a result, it doesn't feel like holy shit I hit a 5 cost like Caitlyn, Jinx, Savik, or whatever, and I just won the game. Because that's what they were on PvE. On PvE, when Savika was really overtuned, Savika was very, very good when she first came out on PvE. You just click this hero augment and you instantly top forward. And I was just like, well, this is just like kind of dumb. And I think I was actually really worried that those augments would be problematic all set. Because I viewed them as 4-2 hero augments. Because they are. 4-2 hero augments that gives you the 5 cost. Doesn't that sound crazy? Historically, based on what we've come to know about TFT, doesn't that sound crazy? But I think they're actually in a pretty good spot. They all feel mid. Good. I think every hero augment should feel mid, because then it makes it kind of cool when you can click them and kind of exciting. Because you guys want to know a hero augment that isn't mid? You know a hero augment is not mid? Lone Hero Lux. That is not a mid hero augment at all. So yeah.
飞机你不塞满他就是不爆他的伤害。
对，飞机得3件套，而且得很好。就是要么就是考虑玩飞机，就一定是开局3件套就有了，就至少2件套就是。
Is the powder Silco augment good? Yeah, it's very good.
就是外交是很怕这种。
The powder Silco augment is basically this: gain a Dominator emblem, gain a Silco, and a 2-star powder. Except the Dominator emblem has to be on powder. That's basically what it said. Oh, and also whenever powder casts, Silco casts again, so it's a little bit of like a hero augment. I mean, that augment is just crazy. If they took away powder's cast triggers Silco's ability, if they took that away, it would still be really good. But because of that, it's just like over the top. Wait, what? This guy is playing Echo Vi Twitch Flex. What? This guy cooked. Wait, who's the guy asking for tips and plat of uncontested lines? Thank you, babe. Who's the person asking for uncontested lines? You just play this. He played all literally the 4 cost nobody wants. Oh, he lost. Oh. Well, that's awkward. That's awkward. Good enough for plat? Yeah, sure. My wife made me some egg bites, by the way. Man, she redecorated my background as my Christmas present. She made me as some egg bites. She gasses me up every day. W wife. At least it's close. Yeah, sure. I guess if you lose, at least you prefer it to be close. Powder casts so little, so you have to run a powder on your board that's negative fawn. I mean, the way you can also not really, because powder also can connect to Zig, so you get a little bit of scrap value. So you basically you also gain a component, which is not actually, it's actually a little bit more than a component, because you convert a component to an item. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Plus, if you put mana items onto, if you put like one Shojin and tier on her, she actually kind of does work. I think you're really underestimating powder in the Dominator setup with menaces. I think you're underestimating it.
小飞这里质量地的好差呀， 一星的希尔克甚至还
Do you think they're done adding in? They gotta add in something, right?
甚至是一个3头领。
Surely they're not done with set 13 augments. Like they get, I feel like they're probably gonna, they could add like a little bit more. They can add more anomalies.
这里的希尔克很光
I mean, adding in a new wave of anomalies is probably the best way they could like make the set feel fresh. But something makes me feel like
就不像这样活
还行行行，这样不
they're like
小皮这边
they haven't finished adding in
地道
stuff to
内
set
炸的风
13.
都给不上，给不了。
Maybe they are. They did so much. They did so much. All these new champions, 6 costs,
这波特的有点好吧，说实话。
right? And that's on top of the usual stuff, the mechanic and the traits and everything like that.
没啥问题。
哦，小皮是选择直接拉上9了，都不地了。
But they also only kind of captured the first like 3 episodes of the season. And I guess like
这边好
他有流失外交
by adding Warwick, Mel, and Victor, that's like the
不来了，这会儿位就行了。
but like it doesn't feel like
重新联合，反正这个可以先
I guess they did add betrayal. I guess they did technically add the ending of it. I guess if anyone who watched the show knows what I'm talking about.
没这样事情了。
Because when we first played Steb
2
and Scar, I kind of thought they were going to be higher impact characters, but they're just kind of like
有梗吗？我感觉有
they're just kind of there for the ride, just hanging out. They should make Victor even more OP. No, I meant more like buffering.
阿吉两星结石啊，
Guy hit Jace 2, 6 Academy, powered shields. Uh-oh. Struggling a little bit. I'll dip down to 720. China throttles.
俄洛伊的话
This is why I prefer watching on Bilibili, but on certain websites and stream websites, they throttle bandwidth for non-Chinese users, aka me.
要被送走了，
这个应该是包走。
结石狂轰乱炸，
哎呀，这看着像一个相爱的趋势。只要欧罗伊能2的话，能不能调到2啊？别地了。
他19滴血可能觉得
Maybe an augment to get an Ambessa for a Mel quest. Oh yeah, like for example, I would love like an Ambessa Mel prismatic augment. That'd be kind of cool. I guess you can't do that though because getting a Mel would be really OP.
这个双
So,
星
but something like that, right? Where's my Victor Jace? Where's my Mel Ambessa connection? Oh no, the VOD is struggling today. The VOD is really struggling today. Dude, there's no way I'm going down to 480p.
就一个人的。
Or maybe if I watch at 1.0, it slows down enough.
这2星都行了，2星
That's a buff rate at a reasonable rate.
有点打不出来的，打不出来这个一下子就没那么高了，就单纯给一个人20分啊。
But I feel like they have to do something for part 2 because the one thing that Riot's identified is that even if the beginning of the set is so fun and awesome,
感觉这里还是6P 身体会大一点。
Riot's identified that the last month and a half of a set
对，你是说
is really, really boring.
那我觉得上没问题。
Everyone's just waiting for the new set, which is crazy because we have 3 sets a year instead of 2. But the way that they used to do that was mid sets, and mid sets they weren't that impactful, but they still felt like meaningful milestones were happening. So like set 8 would come out, then 8.5 would come out 2.5 months later, and then 2.5 months later set 9 would come out. So like the length of a set is shorter in its totality from like compared to 8 and 8.5 combined, or 9 and 9.5 combined. The last month and a half of a set is like kind of brutal. A lot of people just like play other games or do other things, and they try to introduce like Pengu's Party or Fortune's Favor or Chong's Treasure, things like that.
他这边这个魏带的这个风衣就是晚
Last set, you know what they did? They tried to they tried to rework Fairy, and they did a bunch of other stuff, but they tried to rework Fairy, and we all know how that went. Garen 3, it's not Garen 3.
风衣这边在抽盖了，
What this means is that he's 3 Garens off from Garen 3, so he has 6 Garens.
这就是他熟悉的海克斯95。
对，终于来到了刘丽老师熟悉的节奏。
这个铁男敲起来了。
I hope they don't do any trait reworks this set. I think the trade structure is really, really good.
看这盖伦看这宝叔盖伦看着太幽默了。
这个好脆啊，这盖伦一下就被人秒掉了。
龙魂老鼠啊，毕竟。
Maybe that's why they remove stats to keep fresh a bit longer. That's part of it for sure. I mean, removing stats, it's just trade-offs. There's some things that get better, and there's some things that are worse. That's all. And some things that get better is that people solve the game less quickly. And and most importantly, the perception of the game being solved is slowed down a lot.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
All right, next month is set revival, right? Oh, set 4 revival. I'm looking forward to that actually. The problem with set revival is the same thing every time though. It eventually just devolves into 3-star 4 costs. Like how many 3-star 4 costs can you hit? Because the bag sizes are infinite. Like there's 50 of each champion. So as long as you have enough gold and resources, you will hit the 3-star. You just can't stop them. And so every game just becomes a 3-star 4 cost fest. You know, this guy with the Twitch, Echo, and Vi ended up going bot 4, but at least he cooked. It's so sad. He actually farmed gold. His setup is actually really cool, but oh no, he got 4th. He got a 4th. We take those. We take those. He got a 4th. Tristana reroll. This guy hit Twitch 2, Echo 2, Vi 2, Hero Augment with Mbessa all on 8s, and barely squeezed the 4th. But hey, it's a good 4th. How does the set revival work? I mean, basically, it's just another game mode, very similar to Double Up or Hyper Roll. And then, yeah, you just queue up, and then I think everyone gets like a golden remover, and it's like a fun casual game mode, but you get to play like the old sets. There's no ranked, and bag sizes are increased to 50. And also there's augments. So basically you play this set augments in set 4, but then they're gonna remove all the like hero augment. They'll remove like traits, stuff like that, and they'll make specific augments for the set. So for set 4 revival, they'll probably have a Riven augment or something like that, or maybe something that like buffs cultists. You know, maybe there's like some insane one that makes your Yasuo duelist crazy. Yasuo duelist reroll was a thing. It's like a 1-cost reroll that people like playing. Maybe there's like some better together keepers augment. They'll make specific things for set 4 that never existed in the past. So it's not that you just play set 4. You get to play set 4 with augments and brand new ideas. Which I think would be pretty cool. Last set there was last set they revived set 5, and there was some crazy hero augments. There's this Pike hero augment last set. And Pike was like the corner dash, right? He would go from like top right to bottom left, or top left to bottom right. And they reduced his mana by like 40 or something like that, 50. So he would just basically spam cast and stun the whole board. It was so broken. And that hero augment never existed because augments weren't a thing back in set 5. So we'll see what kind of fun stuff they cook up. Oh yeah, it didn't stun, but it just did so much damage. I remember. Blighting Jewel, Garen. Okay. Top 2. He's 2 off Garen. Garen 3. Wow, this is Kog'Maw fast 10. Wait, he's one off. Oh, roll. Oh my god. Wait, these guys are at 50 and 60 HP? What the heck? These guys gapped the lobby so hard. And now he has guarantee. That's correct. This guy's 2 off Alawi 3. Oh, I would love to see that actually. Oh, he's holding one Alawi. I would love to see Alawi 3 versus Garen 3 and see who wins. My instinct says Alawi 3 is better than Garen 3, but I don't know if the rest of the team can hold up to it. Alawi might be better. I think so. Just give it to him, man. Come on. I just want to see it.
哎呦，直接拿吧。
他估计也不换了吧，反正也能赢，也没
Are there any
啥好换的。
usable emblems here?
他这个无所谓，我感觉他三不
Just going for the Jace.
飞哥这个
Oh, you even ratted the Jace. This guy's merciless.
毕竟10级打9级。
Does he have Thorn skin on the Garen? Probably not. Probably not. I don't even think he has the anomaly on Garen at all. That would be cool though.
三星2罗1。
Oh! Oh, he has it. Oh my god, wait. He hit it.
感觉有用吧？这个2罗1得单
Wait a second. We get to see. We get to see. Wait, now this is interesting. All of a sudden, this has become very interesting.
用吧，我说实话就是要双板甲。
Don't you just go 3 items and ditch the academy? Yeah, I agree.
这么给吗？
It's not worth like that item slot. So he wants everyone to surround the Alawi. Only one stone plate. The vow for the instant cast is Garen 3 versus Alawi 3. Alawi can actually deal damage is why. Garen gains like a huge shield, but I feel like Alawi actually does damage.
有梗的呀，2罗1。
Oh my god.
换装备真的大宝剑。
Yeah, Alawi 3 clears
把外面吸烂了。
because she's draining multiple targets.
那个 EZ 收割。
Oh, look at the ebb and flow of the game, man. The Garen 3 into the Alawi 3. This is like the weight dish of one. Wait, unless.
分裂1
Wait, hold on. This Garen. Okay, I was like, unless the Garen can.
完了。
If it came down to the 1v1, if it came down to the 1v1 with no backline DPS, I think Garen might actually win because Alawi does like damage through like her ray beams, her laser eye beam things to multiple targets. So if this Malzahar 2 can kill the backline
开戳。
with like maybe if he can kill the backline, and we see the Garen versus the Alawi 1v1,
背水一战也没意义。
I could see it.
有啥用啊这玩意儿？
他有没有可能等一下整2个2星6费给他打赢？
肯定两。
How much HP does he have? I have no clue, man. When the bars literally become these granular, it's just impossible to see.
后排的血，然后你又打不动这俄洛伊。
Okay, Victor, Mel, big shields, Malzahar. Malzahar 2 is a big deal.
压顶在这里。
Malzahar 2 is a really big deal. He just needs to burn the back line. He needs to burn the back line.
有科技枪还在这里帮回。
He's looking better.
哎但
He's looking better.
好像后排还。
Oh, the Victor cast again.
扎他了，两星马尔扎他能撑后排的，然后这波应该是你，但还应该还是。
Alawi's killing everyone else. This is what I'm talking about. Oh my god.
两星马尔扎他能活下来。
而且他给了个正义嘛，那同样的。
Wait,
马尔扎也有回血。
wait. What?
哎，但是这一波的话，好像后排还输出还是就起来了。
两星马尔扎他了，两星马尔扎他能撑后排的，然后这波应该是你，但还应该还是拿下来，还是拿下来。
Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, I just wanted to watch that fight again. So Garen 3 won this time. That's because of the Malzahar. So he lost previously because the Alawi drained the back line. And the Victor cast it twice, which is really big. So now it's like the same thing, but the opposite, which is like whose backline can just like survive longer. And the other guy's still stuck on 9, so yeah. Hodge on Malzahar is big. Right, because it keeps him alive. That is true, actually. Oh, I didn't think about that. The healing on Malzahar could be really big here. So the other guy can go to 10, and this guy can roll down on 10 for like 6 costs. He's thinking about what he wants here. Wait, did he skip? No, I think he bought an upgrade. He has 46 HP. He doesn't have to like hard roll down here. Like he does have multiple lives. No, I would just like TG or something, Victor, but he's gonna Guardbreaker Mel. Okay. Oh right, third item Mel. His opponent didn't make it to 10, by the way. He rolled that at 9. He's still stuck on Jace 1. Mordekaiser trying to rat to the back line. No, he didn't get there. Oh, wait a second. This Rumble 2 is destroying us. So he rolled out a 9 for Rumble 2. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. And Lowy's draining the Malzahar. Malzahar's barely surviving. Ah, the visions, the burn. Mal's, oh, he's barely, the Runins. Dude, the Runins, the missiles, the Alawi rate. This Malzahar hung on as long as he could, man. That is crazy.
然后脚主能行吗？
Mort. Oh, he's going for Mort 3? He can live another low. I think it's 17 base damage. I think it's 17 base damage in stage 7. Or is it 19? I think it's 17. So if he loses by like 1 or 2 units again, he'll live. Still stuck on Jace 1.
感觉不用吃投资了呀。哦，不过他在
The problem with solo frontline Alawi is that Rumble's ult is not consistent because he hits a row. Oh my god, but all those units just blew up.
等一下，万一被人卡到了怎么办呢？
Okay.
吃力行，多个1块2块的。
Rumble's on the Mel. Mel survives. Mort's still alive. Mort's still alive.
轮可以卖的，他很多钱。
Okay, he's down. He's down.
哦，这波过了。
Oh, that's it. That's it. Wait, what happened, man? How did the Garen die so quickly?
他很多钱，多递一点嘛。你等一下，万一被人卡到了怎么办呢？
He was like here and then. Oh no, sorry. I have it inverse. How'd the Alawi die so quickly?
有个3星盖轮可以卖的，他很多钱。
嗯，对。
Hmm.
哦，这波过了。
Well, it looks like the level 10 versus level 9 player. Ultimately, I think the level 9 just capped a little bit too low because he didn't have Jace 2 and he's level 10. He's down. Man, crazy fights back and forth. How is damage calculated? Oh, you're asking the wrong person. I'm not the formula mathematician guy. It's like there's like pre-mitigation and post-mitigation. Mitigation is like resistances and damage reduction. And it's based off like how much AD, AP, crit, attack speed, damage amp, stuff like that. Oh, player damage. Oh, player damage. There's a guaranteed damage per stage, and then for every unit that survives, it's +1 unit, +1 damage. Sorry. Yep. All right, BRB ads. BRB ads. I feel like I shouldn't fast forward too much because I'm having some buffering issues. So. Okay, so that was game 3. These games today have been kind of exciting. They've been pretty exciting. Man, I kind of thought that this I would be able to get to 10. If he got to 10 and he actually played like a 6 cost or something like that in response, I think he actually would win. I think Alawi 3 is a lot better than Garen 3, personally. No, Flancy went 8th. No, man. That's my boy. That's my boy. All right. Let's fast forward. Sometimes refreshing also helps too. So we're at 2. Oh, let me rewind a little bit. So this is Scuttle Puddle, game 4. The Chinese circuit looks great. It's very clear. Well, the problem with the Chinese circuit is that there's like a lot of tournaments always going on. So if you look at the Chinese circuit, while we have like an opportunity to show you guys, this is like the structure of the tournament. But there's the regional finals, there's regional LCQ, there's super server, which is a ladder competition, kind of like box boot camp. This is the mid-set invitational. That's probably gonna happen next month. The Arcane League, which is what we cover as well. Right now they just finished week 2, so there's gonna be week 1, week 2, week 3, and then the finals. And then there's platform circuits. Platform circuits are like basically like streaming platforms. And they all have their different events that they could go. So Douyu, we're watching Douyu's, but Huya has their own, Kuaishou has their own, Bilibili has their own. And then there's like the open circuit. Net Cafe is like Reddit. So it's like they have like their own open series. So there's just like so many different things and ways for people to there's just so many different ways for people to participate. That's like the good thing. I would love Super Server coming to Americas personally. It'd be very, very exciting. All right. Gold augments, Scuttle Puddle. As a coach, do you find that there's a common thing a lot of new players miss out on if I had to narrow down his confidence and actions? I would say that as a coach, is there anything that you see new players miss out on? I think new players I mean, like there's a lot. They miss out on like a lot. But if I'm trying to draw a common denominator most generically, I'd probably say that players don't at lower levels undervalue the power of making even one interest threshold, and I think players at mid-level overvalue it. That's probably the like a commonality. Not I'm just trying to reflect upon it. And then I would say the players from also like low to mid level also struggle a lot with items, like a lot with items. Mortdog talks about this a lot, that one of the biggest problems and barriers to entry to TFT in general is itemization. It's like a really difficult thing for people to understand what it's doing and how to get better at it. And he's 100% right. And I think that it's because the system is so impactful for your game. I think a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know how to get better at the game. Or like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I actually think a lot of people are itemizing wrong just always across the board. Even myself, by the way. I make a lot of mistakes with items. Oh, bang. Thank you for the 2,000 bits. Holy cow. That's just a lot of bits. Happy New Year. What are you most excited for this year in TFT? The Paris Open. I just finished Macau. I want to go to France now. Especially because I've been watching the Tour de France. And I've been seeing all these really iconic landmarks in France. I'm kind of down to travel some France afterwards. I have to do the usual touristy stuff though, you know. But I'm excited for the Paris Open. Anyways, I think a lot of people mess up their items like even at the highest level, but early mid level or low mid level, people get items wrong so often. This guy has 5 Urgots, by the way. I think is he gonna reroll Urgots? Are we gonna get another? We saw one person reroll Urgot earlier. Are we gonna see another Urgot reroll? What you define as mid level? I mean, I determine mid level as players who have gotten over their first hump of TFT. So I would probably say anywhere between Emerald to Masters, like low Masters. And when I say low Masters, it's like people who are like Diamond that had a big run. They got to Masters and then they're like around 0 to 100 LP for the rest of the set. Because like, you know, maybe they had a big spike. You can't demote from Masters. There's a lot of Masters players that if they get to Masters, without that guarantee that they can't demote back to Diamond, they would demote all the way back to Diamond 4. But like, you know, I'm glad that rank 4 exists. It just gives them a good goal. France is beautiful without its people. Wow. I don't know how to interpret that. about low GM? I mean, I consider GM
买不到啊，这边甚至还给了一
like
金
the thing is, I'm talking about the general player base. So when you say like, because the thing is, high level has another set of tiers to it. There's low high level, which is where GM basically starts, and then there's high level, and then there's elite level, and then there's like world class level. So there's like even within high level, there's like or high elo, there's several tiers that help differentiate that. So I would say if you're grandmaster, you're at low high elo, and then if you're at like challenger,
5连败了。
you're at mid high elo, which is where I usually play at, not the past couple days, but usually. And then high elo is like the 1200, like the 1000 till 1200 1300 range. And then there's like the elite level, the people are at like 1500, and then there's like the world class level, which is like
得早点来。
对，这也
the 5 to 10 players every server that just like for some reason can't ever be outside the top 10 even if they wanted to.
老师制。对，这把这个一个乌鸦应该是很舒服的。
No secret that Western Europe has gripes with Paris. I'll take your word for it, man. I've only been to France once, and it was only for like an event, and so I didn't really get to tour anything else, and it was lovely. But you know, as you guys know, esports traveling, especially when you're only there for like 1 weekend plus a day, you don't get like the true full experience of it.
还是躲在
So
这个体系很难
I thought it was
上来
fine.
老实说
上一个海克斯看看能不能骗到。
Black Rose Automata. So you can just play Blitzcrank here
不
then,
然一个魔抗丢海克斯了。
like in the late stages of the game. You could also do an interesting variation if you don't hit Garen. He did hit Garen, but you could go 4 with Blitzcrank,
兄弟，
Amumu,
人
and
没有那么差。
Malzahar. Wait a second, you can actually do the inverse. You can actually play 6 Automata, 3 Black Rose.
只需要一个就能
Yeah, who
黑莓要
Who cares about the 5 Black Rose, man? Just play
黑莓真没有那么差。
play 6 Automata and then just have Black Rose be your front line. You have Cassiopeia to enable Blitzcrank. You have Vlad to enable the other side. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh yeah, Fractured Crystals, not bad.
踢去地牌了，
Pretty good.
基本流动者。
那不可能啦，玩炼金的啦，基本流动者。
对啊。
You got any self-study resources to go from GM to Challenger?
长途或者
Yeah.
会行无所谓的，基本就是拿装备。
Stats
那边倒是有
websites.
一个基本流动者。
This right here is literally this explorer is everything you ever need to get to Challenger.
还是拿的。
Also, by the way, I know that a lot of people say like I miss augment stats. That's like the way that I used to climb to GM and Masters. You can still do the same thing, just you won't look at augment stats. And if you think that you can't do it because you don't have augment stats, then I guess you never really were Masters and Grandmasters in the first place. That's like a cold hard truth. I actually firmly believe most players like no augment stats don't make a difference to their rank, but there's some players who are like, well, I don't have time anymore, and without augment stats, I'm just not gonna grind. It's like this explorer, you could spend hours and hours a day here and learn so much about the game,
因为
but like because they just don't show you the augments,
他就差一把赢血了呀。
you're like, well, I can't learn anything off of this, that whatever. I'm not gonna. It's like
每一下都有牌，
you're a fraud. No flame.
又有牌，又有牌。OK，
What's that website? Oh, it's just called Tactics
位
Tools.
置流吧，这个啥不追了呀？
Tactics
这下波
Tools. You could also use Meta TFT
我也好尴尬。
if you want.
团长跟大卫都可以卖的。
团长可以卖，大卫还是算了，大卫我觉得还是可以留着。主要是你像这帮人，大卫拿的人还蛮多的。
这边的话确实很缺这个饮血剑。
啊，对。我们这个血量的话，大剑只要不
It made data analysis a lot more tedious.
琉璃已经这个8连败了，是12血。
It's tedious because it was conveniently served up with the augments before, and listen, I understand that pain a lot, but you still could learn so much. And here's, I guess, put another way, you can gain more edge than before if you actually look at stats now, because before you would gain edge by looking at like, well, I have this augment, and I just Here's the analysis that people did before, and I'm gonna put that in quotation marks facetiously, so please don't be offended if this offends you. But this was the analysis before. They would filter an augment, like, you know, what doesn't kill you or something like that. Like okay, here's an augment, by the way, that's in the game. What could have been? This is an augment. They literally have augment stats, and they would just say, well, here's my analysis. Click this used to be the word augments, and they would sort by highest AVP and delta, and they're like, okay, great analysis. Man, I learned so much about TFT. That's what they would do, and these players would be like, man, the game is just so unplayable without this.
6炼金7，哦，够了，刚好500。
刚好够了，够2波。
But wait, sometimes I would sort by 3-2 instead of 2-1.
说法就是
Okay. Oh wait, but sometimes I would exclude an emblem.
至于吧？但是
Great.
血3波
I'm just telling you that many people, like, the edge that you gained is not as big as a deal as you think it is, and this explorer still can teach you so much. I'm trying to encourage you the opposite way. You can still learn a lot if you just spend time in the explorer.
就是看，他就是看入血吧。
他不敢上太强的呀。
I'm not trying to downplay your experience. I understand completely that some people don't have time and they work full-time job. TFT is a competitive hobby that they want. I understand the entire argument. It's just like, what I'm trying to say is you still can get a lot of wait, observer. Hello. You still can get a lot of edge looking at stats if you want to. And if you're like, well, that's boring. Like, I thought you said you enjoyed. The funny thing is, I think a lot of these people said that they enjoyed the element of looking at stats and learning the game. I don't know if those people were being 100% genuine. I think they like looking at augment stats and getting better at the game without putting in that much effort.
啊？还真没给。他在干什么？哦，他刚刚触发 bug 了，他以为不能给装备吗？啊，不对，现在这个 bug。
It's not about edge. It's about understanding and reflecting your decision. It's both. It's both. I think if you're I think you are very much stats apologists are always give themselves such a generous interpretation of how they use the stats and how everyone else does as well. This guy hits Savika with Chem Baron. Oh, shit. Trade tracker cash out. But the reality is, everyone's like, this is how I want to learn, but they don't actually want to learn. They want to learn and win. They want to learn and win. That's the reality of it, because there's also other ways to learn, but they don't enjoy learning. They don't enjoy learning if what it meant was losing. So it's a completely disingenuous way to frame it. We're like, they don't care. It's not about the edge, man. It's about like the learning and the analysis. It's like, yeah, but you also want to win. You would not be having fun if you did all that learning, but you were hard stuck at Diamond or Masters, and you're like normally a higher ranked player than that. Okay, Trade Tracker cashed out. Chem Baron hit the Savika, so that player is in a really good position. This guy actually is sort of playing the Black Rose setup. He's waiting for Malzahar though, so he's playing Black Rose Automata until he can get to the 6 Automata. Oh, Urgot 3. Oh, what are these Urgot items? Infinity Edge, Guard Breaker, Vow? What the heck is going on here? He's playing Crit Urgot. Where's Spicy Appies, man? Spicy Appies has entered the chat. I cashed out his Chem Baron. He has Savika too. Oh no, that's the other guy. This guy with Savika 2 just beat the Chem Baron player. Oh no, sorry, I have it the other way around. It was reverse. Sorry. I don't know why the VOD is lagging so much. Well, I guess we just sit here and hope that it works. He got Voltaic Saber and the Hex Plates. This one is perfected, yeah. So it's perfected. You can tell by the bottom right gem. So this is purple. This is blue. Blue. The purples are like the perfected ones.
完美的皮甲，你别说是真有翻车的可能的。
Reinforcement timer.
反甲就行，只要个反甲或者龙牙反甲就行。
像他这种就是有机会翻车的。
哦，他给了复活甲。
也还好吧，他说白了，只要叠满了之后，后面有 A 他一下，他就电了。
对。
The other popular ways of learning outside data analytics is to watch VODs, play more, and study groups. Yeah, there's other options, I guess, but a lot of people don't want to do that. They don't want to feel like they have to watch streamers. They don't want to feel like they have to play the game. They don't want to feel like they have to join a group of people and talk to other people. Talking to other people, yuck. Socializing. That's not why I play TFT. We are refugees from League of Legends. You want us to talk to other gamers? Ugh. By the way, I want to say another thing. A lot of people say that they want augment stats to feel like they understand why they're losing or why they're winning more. I would say that a lot of players are actually losing more because of things like your items and like the units that you're playing. And hence why I think that you could be gaining a lot of edge by analyzing that as well. Like I would actually even wager that most of the time you're losing because of your items and your choices around your items on units and things like that. And anomalies, but I mean, part of it is that anomalies are really, really hard to analyze without stats. I play TFT because it has no teammates. I think you and millions of other players feel the same way. How come everyone just like League of Legends? Like when Arcane airs, everyone's like League of Legends, don't play that game. And it's like, okay, sure. Well, how come people don't say play TFT afterwards? Everyone's like, you know, because there's a bunch of like social media posts about making fun of like League of Legends because the show is great, but the game sucks. But I'm like, where's the TFT? Where's the TFT promo? It's so I would say playing TFT is much more like I want to play Arcane the video game than League of Legends is, in my opinion. But I guess because people would want to play Vi or they would want to play Caitlyn or something like that. Is TFT too nerdy for normies? If you actually, I have a screenshot on my phone. If you make it about being competitive in TFT, it's an extremely nerdy game. If you care about competitive TFT. All right, guys, I need to share with you a Reddit comment. I got one guy last night. I wanted to reply to this guy. But I decided instead to just screenshot it for future. Or got 3. It's crazy. All right, hold on. So the question is, do you guys think hiding augment stats has been a success or failure? This guy replied, complete failure. This is a mathematician's game first and foremost. And I'm like, oh my God. Like I couldn't even believe what I was reading. This is a mathematician's game first and foremost. That's how this guy is actually interpreting. Like TFT is a math game, and it's like, no, it's not. It's a fun game where you can simulate battle with your favorite League of Legends champions, and then like pay hundreds of dollars in Riot in gratitude for a JPEG GIF thing, for an NFT. That's what this game is. It's a digital weeb anime board strategy gambling slot machine. It's not a mathematician's game. Anyways, I just click on the augments I played and know are good. Never deviating, because why deviate from what you know or your favorite streamer knows works? It's forced me to play oddly enough more narrow. I usually don't upvote downvote that much, and I just like try to be impartial, but I was like, I got screenshot and downvote this. Like, come on, man. It is a mathematician's game. It is not. It is not. It is really not. It is a math game, though. It's not. Like, you're choosing You're choosing to approach it that way. That's like, because if that's the way you approach it, then every game you ever play is a mathematician's game.
有机会北伐波，
And what you're doing is making the game feel so unapproachable for everyone else because no one's out here saying, you know what, I want to play some math today. Like no one's out here being like, I want to play some math.
没
炼金金克斯，
有板奖。
He anomalized Svika 2. Svika 2 is so
他们
good.
军刀好吧，说实话。
The Swain player at 16 HP is actually really good, or actually his board is really good, but he's just gonna get killed by the Chem Baron player.
皮甲要先
那
吗？
皮甲给谁啊？皮甲其实，啊也行吧，给塞维卡反正也。
Everything in the world's a math game. Frodan, get woke. Yeah. Oh, Chem Baron Jinx.
塞维卡就活了。
Okay. Chem Baron Jinx too,
有个夜刃，
because he has unlikely duo.
吃了已经。
Wait, good lord, this guy hit everything.
应该是走了。
好像怎么说？哎，没走。
I think most people who don't find strategy game fun aren't interested because it feels like math in
有
general.
个炼金哥啊，他的
Yeah,
血
that's fair. I mean, it's also like because strategy games are a lot more cerebral and less about like the adrenaline
琉璃之后，
of like an explosive
在下一
moment.
波打他之前
Like compared to Marvel Rivals, where you get to watch, you know, Spider-Man up against Doctor Doom, up against like, you know, Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. And you're like, man, this shit is awesome. I just flamethrowered a squirrel.
敏感区
Squirrel
非常
girl.
发也还
It's like,
不错
okay, cool. It's like, and this is what video games is all about, man. Power fantasy. Woo! Hey, Marvel Rivals is pretty cool. Ray was telling me all about how great it is.
这个是真是最完美的蓝发装备。
Silvermere Dawn. Ah, Silvermere Dawn Tank
这个蓝
Violet.
发的
Interesting.
还是更好了，就更理想。
This spot does not look that great, but
一赢小魏，
yeah, TFT is also like
防住这个伤害，左一
TFT is oh god, the Zoe actually almost killed everything.
宝贝儿还是太肉了。
Is very math driven. You are the person that is not wrong, but like
吃了
the way the argument is presented,
但是都没用啊。刘妮老师来了，都是
there's not much I can say to that.
吹哨球补了一个小魏，
小美女这边是一个
Oh, two off of Twitch 3, 2 off of Twitch 3.
有个统领
看着有
能用，
点差。
格斗家也能用，法师也能用。那有3个能用的已经不
I
错
played in a tiny local game tournament in a gaming bar, and most players were like silver to plat. They were trying to hit 3-star 4 guys every game and having a great time. The casuals want golden units.
法系的
Yeah.
法系的这种基本
Yeah,
上
like
很差一点。
People view TFT as like a fun,
小飞
chill,
少皮
just like let your units do their thing. You're hands off. You don't even get to choose how they fight outside of positioning them and giving them the weapons to fight. You're just kind of like I always considered TFT to be fantasy League of Legends in some ways. You just basically fill the roster and hope for the best. You know, rip open your bag of chips,
我觉得这个血量还可以再扛一波。
have your favorite beverage, and kick back and just watch them go. But like,
对，
but there's a lot of people on Twitch, and there's a lot of people here that like judge it purely off of like its competitive esport merits.
现在就是
Their enjoyment of the game is purely derived off of whether or not this game could be evaluated alongside alongside comparisons as chess and
血量非常的焦灼。
Counter-Strike. It's like TFT to a lot of people are like, it's not only not chess, it's also not Counter-Strike. Like TFT is compared to both when it's trying to be its own thing.
这一波肯定是要
Six
走
Automata.
几个人的。
Oh, so it's a kind of transition that completely out of Black Rose. I mean, that makes
给不
sense.
到梅尔很烦
A lot of the Black Rose units that you would use to complement, even in the mid game, aren't very good. Like Cassio is not very good. Morgana is not very good. And those are like visionary dominator stuff that you would do.
装备呀
This guy hit Mordekaiser 2 already as well, but he has no items for it. I found that Mord with a lack of items is pretty underwhelming, even at 2-star. So like, I think if I were him, I'd probably even be tempted to put some other items.
上了个梅尔，这梅尔叠得
Like, would
出来
you-
吗
Hmm.
这控到了
I don't know if I put Gambler's Blade on him though, because he really wants to attack speed.
但是六海克斯还是有
Can I stack Eon if I have the augments? Eon's a unique item. I think you only have one per champion.
还能肉
但
住的。
是不 46X 的盖伦的硬度就没有很高，这边后排好像要被弹掉了，那没了。
Oh, the Zoe deleted all his backline. Sorcerer Jinx. This guy's dead. Oh my gosh. Wow, really close lobby. Holy cow.
你差点被送走了。
-1, -3, -7, and then 1 HP at 4th and 5th. This is really, really
把
close.
血量太焦灼了。
但是飞哥这边赢了一波，应该就是稳进老二了。
I've never heard someone compare TFT to Counter-Strike.
别看这位，
I unfortunately have read too many Reddit threads about TFT. There's people who compare it all the time. There's like TFT will never be a serious competitive game,
这塞维卡还是很
and they use Counter-Strike as an example. It's been done not just it's not just like one comment. It's been done so many times. You guys, I've read it dozens of times by now.
先把对面最肉的人给过了。
And like, yeah, like it's I've read it so many times. I don't understand.
这有一个羊刀
But yeah.
很厉害。
那走了。哎，弗兰斯也走了。
我一这一波，这个
Oh my God, Vi.
牛牙的小卫。
Ah, the walk time though. Dude, this Rebel player is like winning out.
雅哥
贾哥都是纯靠走位走。
Oh, actually, I think Rebel might be dead.
前三
对啊
Wasn't it Fancy?
你看5-5了
'Cause
就是血量最低的雅哥第三了。
The Chem Baron player is winning out.
刚好把琉璃的那个怪换了一只，太关键了。
This guy hit Swain, and I said he was at 16 HP, and he barely lived by 1 HP, and that 1 HP got him as high as 3rd.
对，拉波如果少
Really,
了
really
就
close
直接走
game.
了吧
是的，老八跟第三差了5分，太关键了。
When looking at the competitive tier list on TS Academy, is each tier sort left to right strongest to weakest?
谁走练经典上？
Generally, yes, but as you go further down the tier list, that becomes less and less true because it's hard to
单狂
like starting around B tier. It becomes very imprecise
离子，
because there's so many things that make things make certain comps stronger on
要不就青龙刀。
around that level because it's like all kind of middle
青龙刀
class.
其实也等于没啥提示。
So I would say we try to do that for S and most of A tier, and then somewhere around B tier it starts to that model starts to break down a lot.
还有二了，他慢了换一
Jace
个
2. Wandering Trainer, Sentinel Sorcerer into 3-star Form Swapper Swain
应
reroll.
该是20
Triple Warmog's Garen.
哦，好像是第三了，现在
I mean, it's not gonna be enough against the Chem Baron player. It's a good third. This is a really good third.
是
Wait, unless? No.
哎，有没有可能赢了？
What? Wait, unless? I mean, it's kind of close.
他
Aw.
这个乌鸦有吸血的话，
If the swing, if they could isolate the Civic, it was like closer than I thought it was gonna be.
那就是20分。现在拉着现在分数积分第一就是。
哇，琉璃
I mean, it doesn't matter if he
2-8
cashes out versus
哇，前两
skips
连
here.
击了，就像我们之前说的，得靠2连击才能救。
I played 2 Chem Baron games today, both first, both void of fun after I cashed out. Can't be right to only have fun for 40% of the game and just wait for the other players to die to your bullshit. Yeah, it's too strong.
但是他已经
It's too
从
strong,
这个
and they're gonna nerf it.
爬
I
上
think. I hope.
对，
Actually, I have no idea. I don't know because I think Chem Baron.
分差就不大了。
There is a very big perception that Chem Baron is not that good
第二张
in lower elo.
是强买了张卡。
Which is very surprising to me. A lot of I can't tell you how many times I play Chem Baron and I cash out 400 and everyone says GG, another 8th, Sag, it's over. You know, it's okay, man, go next. And I'm like, what? I just won the game.
男爵
I just won the game.
都这个
Or like at least I'm guaranteed top 4.
皮层铠甲，然后这个一路北伐，直接登顶，有点小帅，
还是挺危险的，中间
从此给那怪人咬死。
太关键了这个。
雅哥那边
I mean, I do agree Chem Baron's too strong.
咬那个盖哦
All right, that was game 4.
不是哦那个盖伦
We got
打
2 more games, and then we'll call it. We will transition to playing some ladder
他
games.
只有一滴血。
See if we can reclaim our challenger status. Okay, what is this? It looks like it's
排名全看走位了。
oh the text said prismatic, but I didn't see what it was. Echo.
炼金歌 经到
到了
Prismatic.
完美的时间线。
3彩，
Are you sure you're not getting trolled? Oh, I'm always getting trolled, man. I'm always getting trolled. My problem is that I trust you guys too much. I should just assume chat is always trolling. But there's some people who ask honest, genuine questions, so I want to respond genuinely. But maybe that's I shouldn't do that as much.
3彩局的话，其实还是奔战里去。
It was more saying it wasn't as OP where people were making it. I personally disagree. Yeah, I don't. If that's what Mort said, I don't agree with that. I don't know. I don't know if that's what he said exactly. Maybe it's out of context. But if Mort says Ken Baron is not that OP, I don't agree with that.
定一些很多奇奇怪怪的阵。
Thoughts on why not both? It's okay. It's like the problem with why not both is that it's extremely expensive. Like,
就是连胜大于一切。
you have to reroll multiple 3 costs. So you have to be in an economic spot where you can afford multiple 3 cost 3 stars. And then Gangplank and Swain are actually 3 cost people play, so it's even more expensive. You can 3-star them in lobbies. It's just that people are playing Gangplank too, and some people are playing Swain in the early mid game, so it's like hard to roll for it. And then the last element of it is you need to like you cap out with Elise and Jace, who are also really contested and hard to hit, and also expensive. It's just a really, really, really expensive comp. High ceiling, but like most of the time you're just gonna like not hit and get like a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. But if you do hit, it's like a turbo first, assuming you don't get like, you know, Ken Baron.
小皮这边神选
Tactician's Kitchens, Prismatic.
对，雅哥这边就神选，神选不错的。
In low elos, the boards are too weak. You win by accident. True, true. Actually, I can see that being the case. I can see that being the case. Oh, is this guy playing Ken
小
Baron?
皮没有选择
Oh,
拿
he's
延
not.
伸的神
Not.
选，反而拿了一个
Prismatic.
成吨的伤害。双三项有什么用啊？
Sorry, I'm veering back into the topic, but for mid-level players focusing on econ too hard, do you mean that they stack their board strength too much in pursuit of econ? Yes.
这个开局喝了一个狂吐，
Yes.
但是质量有点小，只能说尽量温煦。
Generally, at mid levels, a lot of players are sacrificing too much. Because they learned econ is really good, and it's true. Like, not mastering, but like, being able to
反正狂徒都合了。
improve at your econ skills so much that you got to like, you know, emerald, diamond, even masters, just purely because you're econing a lot better and you have more options than other people.
是利息啊
That advantage, that economic advantage to win, is gets nullified at higher elos because everyone knows how to make gold, and so now you're like not beating people based off pure gold advantage. You can just climb. I personally believe if you master econ at the very beginning of your climb in TFT, and then just learn basic itemization, not even like advanced or intermediate. Basic itemization is like, you know, this is what AP does, this is what AD does, this is what tank does. You could probably climb to like platinum minimum, if you just like truly master it.
还真就是没什么用。
Emerald easily, and you don't even understand anything else about TFT.
感觉会不会赌慢游会好点？
But like at a certain level, every player is doing that, so you have no edge anymore. And a lot of players are like overvaluing that, and then just not actually playing real boards. They're like, okay, what makes 10 here? I'll just sell my Lux pair, I'll sell my Rel pair, I'll sell my Darius, even though those literally would be
有一点神秘性。
the next units you would play, or the units you're rolling for. Like how often have you sold a paired unit to make interest and then roll for that unit that very next round? Like, okay, it's 3-7. Yeah, I'll just sell my Rel pair, and then you fast 8 and you roll for Rel anyways. It's like, what are you? What? It's just Soju does that every game. The thing is, he does that, but he does that with the knowledge of when that's correct versus not. And a lot of players are blindly copying that.
你这么说还真没看懂，我以为。
They like sell their pair and then they roll and they're like, man, all I hit were my pairs.
不过还好，
段其实就是拿来先过渡嘛。
对啊对啊，
但是真的很弱啊，这个东西到后面没什么太大的用
确。实就很弱。后面其实基
感
本就是
觉是没得
给安利
选的时候才会去选它的。
Also, not having the plus version of hero augments on 3-2. I feel like no one would click on hero augments otherwise.
不过如果能用它打出5连胜的话，肯定也是。
Okay, Exalted Adventure. Looks like he got Vander. Exalted Adventure. And the one thing I would say about Douyu is that they don't have like this bottom, you know, the bottom center overlay that comes up and it shows everyone's items and augments. Douyu's production is a lot less good than Huya's. In my opinion, I think Huya does the best TFT tournaments in China, and then everyone else is a lot worse. Like Douyu's probably second, Billy's third, but Huya and Quasho is last. But Huya usually is the best.
哦，这边是崇钢冒险，应该就是场上这几个。
Looks like this guy hit Vander, Vlad, and Ziggs.
2件茶吗？2件茶都带上了。
Hey, that's actually great.
真假的？
You can play that all. You can actually play all that in the same comp. You can play that all in Black Rose.
他的人肯定有一个，然后范德尔估计也有一个。
对。
吸血鬼赛。
This is Caretaker's Chosen, so it's the Prismatic. You get the Radiant item.
但我觉得还可以啊，其实还可以，现在还可以，因为这个大概率后面就是给神器之类的。但当然适配的神器还。
What is Douyu? It's a streaming platform, kind of similar to like Twitch or YouTube.
他这个肯定是可以的呀。反正崇高冒险吃出来之后，等于差不多2.5个彩。
Exalted Adventure Ziggs. I feel like Exalted Adventure Ziggs is quite good. Quite good. Assuming you get like an artifact anvil and you can like utilize that kind of stuff. Actually, what are the cash outs for Exalted Adventure? Let me look at it real quick. Cash outs for Exalted Adventure. Golden Remover, Radiant item, completed items. You get guaranteed Death Defiance and Infinity Force. That favors melee carries. Radiant TG artifact. That's really good. Radiant Warmogs and Giant Slayer. I guess that's like generic Radiant items. Anima Visage, complete Anvil, Tactician's Crown, and then Royal Crown Guard, Unending Despair, Moonstone Renewer. That's like really good for Renata. Is there any comp that uses Crown Guard like Renata does? Like Renata Visionaries or no? Like I feel like Crown Guarded is an augment only for Renata, and I'm not even entirely sure if there's anything close to it. The new Crown Guarded for Renata is great. It's like fantastic. But I don't know any other comp that wants it. I hear Soju say a lot that Econ is fake this set. Do you happen to know what he means, and is that different than what you're talking about right now? I need the context. Is he saying this in stage 2, stage 3, stage 4? Is he playing? Is he saying? I mean, he's probably playing a lot of fast 8 comps. I need the context of like that. Usually right before roll down, so around 4-1, 4-2. I'm not sure actually. I probably have a guess. I don't think Econ is fake. Stage 2. If Econ is fake, tell him to not make interest until 2-5. I think he's gonna call you an idiot. Econ's not fake. He's trying to drive home a point about something about level 8 roll down that probably I can't understand without like watching what he's doing. This guy leveled to 6 with 4 Conqueror. I Last Whisper on Violet. I feel like I would actually rather have that on Mbessa 1 than Violet. I feel like Violet dies way too easily, and at least Mbessa is range / dashes in and out. Maybe when he rolls on neutrals. Yeah, it could be like he's willing to roll earlier than everyone else. He's willing to roll at 4-1, 3-7. I did that, and I averaged a 6. I do not think Econ is fake. But I think it might be like the better player you are, the better player you are right now, because I actually think level 8 is very skillful at the moment, assuming you're not just like it's skillful when you're not high rolling.
好像
Actually, let me rephrase that.
不知道历史
There's a
啊
pretty
不知道
big
历史
skill ceiling to how you play your level 8 right now,
德文这不一样。
and you can obviously high roll and be in a good spot, but the really good players are always able to make a board with the stuff, even if they only have like
哎
20,
他也
25
真
gold.
是不是真是啊？反正 Flancy 是不是拿了本可发生这事啊？
还真是有个
就是
切割
Flancy 吧？崇高冒险，
Okay,
真就给他说中了。好像
Dark.
还真
Oh,
是
oh, dude, the guy got Dark Alley dealings with Trenchcoat and Mbessa.
那他可以多上
Bronze
点
for
花
life
去送
按那儿送重复的有用吗？
有可以给
Oh, the
那个
Exalted Adventure player? Did he get Prismatic
加法
ticket?
哦，
I can't tell. It's like
我以为只能送一个
squinting my eyes.
切割只能给固定最强的加血量吧？
对，谢尔科可以给
Econ
就
being
是
fake must be in response to
他
someone
不一定给所有人加
critiquing
血量但是
something.
最后合成
Yeah.
有一个人
Yeah, I'd be he took a contested augment. Oh, if he has something like contested, then yeah, making interest threshold is like
然后的话
not that
人家
important.
给了这个结束升级
like you could roll to 0 every turn with contested and then still find a way to get to the next level in like a stage.
点败
Like I've rolled a true 0 uncontested, 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 4-5, and still get to 9 at 5-5 because contested is that broken. Like no problem, and it wasn't like a econ portal. Contested is just so broken. I went true 0 the entire stage and then just fast 9, or not fast 9, but like got to 9 in a timely manner anyways. That augment is not okay. Tactician Kitchen, Watcher Emblem, Flexing. They love Swain. China loves playing Swain like a lot.
就可能吸血鬼可能不要了
Oh, this guy got the Vander Silco augment with the Ziggs Exalted.
我觉得外形可能好一点。
That is okay. That's bananas. He got Silco Vander,
开到4
and he's rerolling Vander, and he has Zig. That is so perfect. That is wait. That is insane. That's crazy. And he gets a Shojin for his Ziggs. So now he just has to hit Vander 3 and then Ziggs 3, and he's also going for Vlad anyways. Okay, I mean Vlad's kind of hard to hit.
就叠血。
Vlad very low key is like one of the hardest 2 cost to hits.
而且他没有上
I
本克
personally think that's why Crimson Pact will always suck.
其实就是
I'm not a fan. I was talking to Disso, right? We're talking about Disso by hero augments. He was trying to convince me that Vlad hero augment's not even that bad. And I'm like, okay, man, just you've never taken this augment? He's admitted like I've never taken it.
是要先把崇高冒险吃出来
This was like, I've never taken it, but the stats aren't that bad. And I'm like, listen, man, you take it and tell me how it goes. And tell me if you can hit Vlad 3 in a reasonable manner that isn't just like, oh, I hit Prismatic ticket or like I have Starry Night or something like that. I don't know. Just try it and let me know how that goes for you. He's Ziggs pair at 20G. Yeah, but he gets a duplicator every stage. We don't know if he might have he might be closer than you think with the Exalted Adventure. The duplicators are worth a lot of gold. It's one of those things where all you have to do is find like 3 more Ziggs, and then he has it. So don't sleep on Exalted Adventure. I've been in situations where like I'm never gonna hit, and then you know one shows up in shop, one drops out of orb. I roll one and find 1 or 2 more, and I have it.
约海不玩外交，但是他这个经济凭什么玩外交？
Freaky Friday Nocturne into Prismatic Pipeline. How good is Infinity Force on just Nocturne? Let's see, Nocturne. Infinity Force. If you double stack it, ooh, double stacking is pretty bad. I'm gonna exclude Rapid Fire Cannon. I'm gonna exclude Fish Bones. I'm gonna exclude Sniper's Focus. Oh, it's okay. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. It's not great though. Oh, double GS. Okay, wait. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Now this guy has 5 Ziggs and 2 dupes, and he's about to get another dupe. So all he has to do is find 1 Ziggs, 1 Vander.
他有 Nico 嘛？他这个
Or sorry,
Nico 的话还要发一个。
对，3个 Nico。
Either 2 of Ziggs and Vander, and he's there. You see what I mean, you guys? He's fine.
他现在就是
He's fine. Also, shouldn't you stack Soko? Because every time he casts, he makes Vander stronger. I'd rather like if I'm gonna be losing, I'd rather like be stacking the Shojin and stuff like that on
对，
Soko because he's ramping
我
he's
我当时
ramping
是打一
Vander.
个阿卡丽加瑟提的组合，我现在最后都差点老二了。
Also, he could get like the Death Defiance. You can get like the Death Defiance Infinity Force one, and then he could put that on Vander 3 and have Vander be completely unkillable. That'd be kind of hype.
两个踩的两个踩。
Oh, he's trying to get value off of
他应该没怎么玩过本可
that
法。
augment ramps on creep rounds. Buried treasure stage 3. That's usually pretty bad spot to be in.
对，拿了一个精兵甲。
Wait, he took caretakers into buried treasures 3? This guy's gonna have like 5 fully itemized units.
玩一个 VR 就行了。
That's what comp wants like caretakers chosen plus buried treasures plus 5 components plus rating item plus 3 components like
必然就是给蜘蛛的，蜘蛛兵甲是最厉害的。
Artifactory? Oh, I see. Oh, you might be right. He's trying to play for the Artifactory bailout.
有点怪。
Emissaries? But you have no econ. No econ into emissaries?
他直接拉8了，这边琉璃是打了一个5连胜出来。
对，龙牙要不要给？龙牙给了呗，龙牙。
All prismatic, really easy to hit.
这里龙牙
Okay,
给了呗。
if you say so. I don't feel like that's easy to hit.
他这里能赢。
Oh, scrap. Oh. It's too bad scrap is kind of mid, but with on a prismatic party lobby?
确实要厉害，
Hmm.
毕竟能定8个人，直接垫到后排。
Isn't too bad on Scuttle Puddle. This is Echo, so Echo is all prismatic guaranteed.
那边有个幸运偷偷，有可能发金偷偷的那个什么崇高冒险。
啊，对的。
Okay, I see invested, immovable object, 1 buff, 2 buff, nothing crazy. Blazing Soul. So the guy that took caretakers, the guys who took caretakers and buried treasures also took Blazing Soul. Pretty tame 4-2 augments. Nothing like, oh my god, bronze for life, artifactory kind of stuff.
由于这边质量好像很低，还是要继续第一地吧。
我看这质量够上久了，这质量还。
Automata Rumble. I'm starting to think Rumble is just like
不关键，机械这把没。
by far the best 5 cost in the game. Anyone else starting to think the same?
还是给盖伦。
Before I was like, there's debate. Now I'm like, Rumble's just the best by far.
这样子就好太多了。
Frontline, damage, utility. He can hold a bunch of items. He can hold because he can always scrap components, and he can also pop off as like as even a primary carry. He can hold like so many emblems. Rumble's so good.
就差一点点，就差一点点，前面差一点点。
Soju says that a lot. Oh, well, that sounds like that guy's smart. I mean, he probably figured that out before me. I said that. I'm starting to think that. I mean, that's probably been true for a while. But I guess it does make me feel good that independently I can come to the same conclusion, just not as fast. I guess that's like the mark of good players versus weaker players. Garen 3. Okay, guys, it's almost become a meme now in my chat where someone sees this and they just say Garen 3. It's not, it's 3 copies from Garen. 3 copies from Garen. That means he has 6 Garens. WTF, Garen 3? Soon you're going to be saying Econ is fake. I mean, yeah, maybe he's like a week and a half ahead of me. 2 weeks. I don't think Econ's fake. Wait, what? How this guy... Was that Savika jackpot? How did this guy print 1 million gold? Oh, it is. Savika's... Oh my god. Isn't that like a 1% chance of that happening? The caster said that it was 20 gold they just got. That is not intuitive at all. It's because you're not reading the rest of this. That in Chinese. It makes sense if you could read Chinese. Excuse me.
边有个第1名的盖伦差3张，
赢了，应该是3了。
要追盖伦了吗？外面要盖伦的人太多了。
Is this guy like holding a sword in his picture in the bottom right, or a baseball bat? Probably a baseball bat. But baseball's not very popular in China, and he's wearing some really ornate necklace. Unless I'm mistaken, then baseball is popular in China, but I feel like it's not. I would love it if baseball was popular in China. I'm kind of sad that baseball is losing a lot of popularity. I guess not. I mean, Shohei Ohtani is doing his best to rejuvenate it, but I love baseball. Man, I love the nerdy, stats-driven stuff that everyone says bedge. Oh, this guy got the Crown Guard crash out. The Crown Guard Unending Despair. Oh wait, isn't Unending Despair really good on Vander as well? Wait a second, I think it's actually super good on him. Let me see. Vander 3 Unending. Oh, it's not. What was the one? Oh, it's Locket. Intervening Locket's really good on him. There was like one like unusual artifact that's really good on him that I forgot, and it's Intervening Locket. It's not Unending Despair. That makes sense. Yeah. My bad, guys. Oh, it's Twitch Vi. It's Twitch Vi. Oh, he has bronze for life. I see. He hit bronze for life and then didn't stabilize, and now he stabilized, and I don't know how his setup lost. Oh no, this is stage 4-6. Okay. This is the worst thing about Twitch. I actually think Twitch is a cool unit. I think Experiment, the Hex thing, is just so dumb to me. Okay, now when I say dumb, it's like so frustrating to deal with. Like what is this? I just have to put my Twitch one off the corners. Like, oh, I guess I just lose whatever percent I get of damage DPS for Twitch just because this game it just decided to do that. And like now I can't even move. Now not only can I not move him for the rest of the game, I have to play suboptimal Twitch. It just feels bad. You know what it is? I bet this is not the iteration that they initially started off with. They probably had like a version of this that you could do different things with it, but then it's like too complicated and it would confuse players like crazy. So they're just like, an Experiment already is a little bit of a difficult trait to understand. So like both visually and just reading it. So they're probably like, yeah, just like make it simpler. I know a couple of traits like that in the past for TFT that they've made the traits really cool and intricate off the initial design. And then as they were playing it, they're just like, this is going to be too complicated. Did you guys know, for example, in set 11, does anyone remember the Story Weaver trait in set 11 that you played? It was Inkborn Fables, the one where you built Kale as your carry. That used to be a build your own trait. As you would build Kale and you would get like 3 out of like 12 to 15 options every single time, and they originally, when they designed it, it was actually going to be like a Kale that every game was going to be different, because you would just like summon it and it could be like, this time it's like attack speed Kale, this time it could be tank Kale, this kind of could be like mana generation utility. Like admin, yes, it was like a lot like admin from set 8. Oh my god, Victor. I mean, you gotta play that. You're playing 3 Conqueror. He has more too. I mean, you gotta play that. Ditch Sentinel on Rel. I mean, it is good, but you lose nothing else of value. Oh, he's playing Bronze for life. Oh, that's Visionary and it's... Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, but surely not playing Victor is wrong. Surely not playing Victor is wrong. Admin is the best trait that's ever existed. Yeah, I think when they initially created that... Wait, this guy almost lost to 6. You know, Flancy hits Ziggs 3, Vanner 3, Exalted Adventure, and I feel like he's losing out.
一个哨兵吧，兰博又是重伤，又是这个，等下放血，有个说一个护
中山黄铜
They said they wouldn't do that again since admin was a balanced nightmare.
黄铜上。
Well, yeah, but you could also add guardrails to it. But I think they just wanted to it ended up having several problems, and they just end up simplifying it to you get one of 3 options, and it's like red, blue, blue, or green, blue. You know, green, 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 red, 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 something like that. And that was still like enough play pattern to make it kind of interesting. I wonder if Experiment was the same way at all. They like initially had these other plans for how Experiment would be, and then in the end they're just like, yeah, screw it, just put all the hexes in a predetermined pattern, and then just it is what it is. This guy's playing Corky 1 Scrap. Yikes. No damage. Here's the problem with Scrap. Scrap is centralized around 2 units. It's centralized around Rumble and Corky. And if you're playing Corky 1 Rumble 1, you have no damage. Because Scrap is just like, well, we'll stall. We'll stall. We'll stall. We'll stall. And it's like, well, I'm on Corky 1. You can't kill the entire enemy board. Exalted was really cool. Yeah, I mean, this set they brought back Exalted in the form of items. Academy is Exalted. And I would say Academy is a really fun trait this set. So, some traits are just like straight up, in my opinion, successes. Design successes. I think Academy is really fun. Garen 3. Yep, that guy has Garen 3. Yep. CN Garen 3. Dude, Victor with Gem, Shiv, and Infinity Force. Victor. He converts every stat into AP, and Infinity Force just gives you like every stat in the game. I wonder if Victor with Infinity Force is good. No. Wait, what? Victor is positive Delta with Infinity Force. Isn't that crazy? What? I mean, you still have good stats, 3.1 AVP and everything, but like it's I didn't expect it to be like bad. I thought it'd be like, you know, -10, -1, like 0 neutral, something like that at worst. IE is better. Yeah, apparently. In fact, it's one of the worst artifacts you can possibly play on him, alongside Gold Collector, Lich Bane. Okay, who's putting Lich Bane on Victor? How many? Who's putting Lich Bane on Victor? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's read what these items do. Lich Bane Victor. You get 1 proc all fight. Oh my god. Oh, is it a League of Legends build? Oh, I see. The only thing worse on than these two, Infinity Force and Gold Collector and Lich Bane, is our attack speed items, Wit's End and Rapid Fire Cannon. Those are the worst 5. Oh, and Mana Zane. These are like literally like things that just don't work on him, I guess. But yeah, it's a core item for him on League. I see. It's played a lot. It's actually played a lot. Lich Bane. Lich Bane is actually one of the most popular artifacts played on him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the top 10. What? Wait, what? That's actually such a hilarious stat. Okay. Anyone who tells me that, like, you know, the TFT client should be separated from the League client, don't even know what they're talking about, man. Do you see how many League players play TFT? They're just literally auto-defaulting Lich Bane onto Victor because it's his core build in League of Legends. what a fact to discover today. Oh my god. That's so funny. Oh my god. That's why they can't ever separate TFT from League. Because all these League players are just playing TFT. Oh my god. That is too funny. Would you ever play with Brother Manchurko? I don't really know many opportunities for us to play together. Like our content's pretty different. He's like a really fun highlight, super personality, hilarious guy that like farms tubers, and I'm like I'm a backseater. I just sit here and yap about TFT. Okay, we got Victor. Surely we play Victor. You can probably drop Savika. Okay. Scrap. Oh, you know what the 10 head play is? You redemption Victor in the back line so that way he's safe, and then you put them next to like Gangplank and Corky so that they could heal. Actually, Corky dips away, and never mind. Coming from League both helps and hurts. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. You know, every now and then, about once a year, I get baited into thinking that I should play some League. Because I just see people playing League and like, oh, that looks fun. Like I see Ludwig climbing to Plat. I'm like, he looks like he's having fun. And then a week and a half later, he does not look like he's having very fun. So I'm like, yeah, that's it. All I know is I say I'll give it like a week or two, and I still feel like the same itch. Maybe I will, and then I just say like, yeah, he's not having very much fun. See, he did like his Twitch return with Connor, and I watched a lot of that. He had like Double Lift and Captain Flowers and all of them come by, and I was like, man, this looks sick. It looks really fun. He's making League of Legends look fun. And then a week and a half later. Victor. Oh, Victor hasn't casted yet. Okay, Victor finally casted. Dude, he lost so much time to the Victor and the Suncast. Dude, Scrap stalled. Okay, everything went right for the Scrap player this fight, and they still just like couldn't do anything. They lost by a pretty big margin there. I tried playing League of Legends like how I used to play mid 80 carry. Man, I can't do it anymore. Yeah, that's right. TFT is the retirement home. You see how many games Chovy has played League of Legends lately? Because of the off-season / I think someone said they had some internet issues. I'm not sure if Genji does, but T1 gets DDoS a lot. Dude, how cool would it be? Chovy and Faker meet on the Convergence. They play on they play on Summoner's Rift for like years, and they have the battle, right? Maybe one of these days Chovy will actually win something. Actually, he'll win Worlds. That's disrespectful. I actually like Chovy a lot. Anyways, let's say he goes, and then they both retire, and then they play in TFT. That'd be so hype. What does the what could have been is winning out. Flancy's reroll Ziggs into Vander and Soko. The combination is really sick. He just needed to ramp up. He just took a long time to ramp up, but it was there. I heard a rumor that Faker was invited to the TFT Macau Open. I told the story a couple times, but in case you haven't heard. Faker was invited to the Macau Open, and unfortunately he was busy, so he couldn't actually make it, but the answer was not no. That would have been so sick. You just load up in Macau and you just sit down with Faker. You're in a lobby with like Faker, Title, Dish Soap, and Double 61, and you're just like looking around like, what?
推前排赢的，有的就是靠切后排赢的。那这波
When is the generational climb? Oh, after this is game 5 of 6. So after one more game, I'll be playing some ladder for a few hours today.
只能靠这个切后排赢。
I just want to watch CN. CN plays a pretty good amount of Twitch. They play some pretty woke comps. They play Urgot reroll. I mean, obviously they're picking some hero augments like Irelia, even though it didn't go well.
不能被阿贝萨跳到的，跳到就没了呀。
100 HP Lone Hero Lux.
脸上不要摆人。
I actually want to go on the record now and say I think this might be one of the best modern patches they've had in TFT in quite some time. There's still some problems, right? Lone Hero Lux and Chem Baron, but like I think this patch is quite good.
这个站位的话，行。
And you know I'm not biased. This is not a paid ad because this is one of the worst performing patches I've had in a while. I've actually it's been a while since I ran down this much LP in just a couple days. So you know I'm not even biased because I'm doing well. That's how you know it's genuine. I actually think it's a really good patch despite the fact that I suck. But you know what? I suck a little less today and I'm gonna suck a little less tomorrow. Oh man, you didn't even win. You just got trench coated by Ambessa. This trench coat item. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna add that to the list of complaints. Chem Baron, Lone Hero. I just got done glazing the patch. How is trench coat still allowed to exist the way it does? This item is so problematic, and it's also responsible for a lot of bugs as well. So it's not even just like a balance problem. There's so many bugs where like literally it can summon another copy of that unit to the board. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but like sometimes I don't know what the conditions are. But if you're playing Trenchcoat, sometimes you just get another copy of the unit on your board for the next fight. It's a really cool item. I think they're keeping it around because it's a really cool item. But this item is just so problematic, man. Honestly, the artifact rework is a failure. You know what? Anytime someone says failure, I need to have people say, first and foremost, this is a mathematician's game. Wait, what was the quote? What was the quote? Hold on one second. Wait for it. Complete failure. This is a mathematician's game first and foremost. Anytime you guys are going to say the word failure, please preface with that. First and foremost, this is a mathematician's game. And then just make your point afterwards. Oh, this guy has Academy. Let's get rid of Trenchcoat. Not even stylish anymore. Yeah, it's a little bit... It's a little bit played out. Cool idea, though. Cool idea. And then if you make it summon a second copy, it's basically Trickster's Glass. So there's a little bit of redundancy of that. I mean, it's not basically Trickster's Glass, but it's like the whole fantasy of just having like 2 copies or something. Silver. Lone Hero. Lone Hero. Uh-oh. Multiple Lone Heroes. Haha. Multiple Lone Heroes. Here we go. Here we go. Last game, guys. Okay, I think someone took Caretakers. Wait. You guys. 3 people took Lone Hero. 3 people took Lone Hero. Wait a second. Now it's actually not that interesting if only one person takes Lone Hero, but 3 people taking Lone Hero. Now it got very interesting all of a sudden. Now it got very interesting all of a sudden because it's like they all can't hit. So what are they? So someone has to pivot. Someone has to pivot, or all 3 of them are going 6, 7, 8. Actually, realistically, what ends up happening is one person hits, and then 2 people like go 5th and 8th or something like that.
这个 Nico 一拿就是2-3费卡了呀，不然你
But
要
now all of a
拿个没
sudden
有
this game has gotten really interesting. Or this lobby's gotten really interesting. I would hate to be a player that click lone hero. But I always say that it's gotten really interesting.
抖音的梦魇完全不行，不可能去玩抖音梦魇的。
都在放飞自我了嘛。
All right. Welcome back, everyone from ads. We have 3 people who pick Lone Hero Lux. This is going to be really interesting. I was saying how if 1 person picks it, whatever. 2 people pick it, okay, kind of, whatever. But like they both get 3 people picking Lone Hero Lux. You all can't hit. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen? And what if the whole lobby conspires against them and all just holds like 1 or 2 Luxes? Because this is the last game of the day.
当然他后面也有可能开出什么火炮啊、狙斩什么。
对对对对，
I took
就是
branching out.
往那方面考虑去玩。
Observer mouse is just
你没有神奇
AFK. That's not my mouse. This is the observer mouse.
小皮
On the item bench on the left here.
战争才
Spoils of War.
放了个船长，那船长感觉
They could get Greater Moonlight. That is true. You can't bank on it
上
though.
那
搏击啊
肯定得上搏击啊，不然那还
You can play Lone Hero outside of forcing Lux. Can you? News to me, man.
还是没互相是一起，看了一下，没问题。刘毅这边是一个断路，得了一个救赎，扬刀起手，第一波一得中 ，LE 没打到。
I don't think I've seen Lux win a lobby. Oh, in game 3, I think someone won the lobby at 100 HP. They missed their 100 the lobby. A perfect Lux game.
这波应该还是
The perfect Lux setup. It was gross. I should have done a YouTube video on Lux. I just didn't have a chance.
反正有烂尾过渡就很厉害。
Vlad Lone Hero is OP2.
外面好像有3家孤胆嘛，这么多。
不至于吧？
Lancy 这边拿的是一个斗转
The，thing is, I feel like most people don't
很难后手
don't actually know how to play Lone Hero outside of Lux.
感觉就随便抽一下中期，因为中期6度是一个强势期啊。
Could you cook up some Urgot 3 Lone Hero with the anomaly that prevents him from moving?
6度就
Maybe, but you know what's awkward about that is that his experiment hex with Urgot makes him dash.
那就上
I'm not entirely sure how that works. Does he dash through his allies? Probably not.
他老前四场
Uh,
还是前四，还是得前四。
so I guess you would play Urgot outside of the experiment hex? That'd be weird.
途径得了个日眼，没问题，装备很好啊。
Any hard carry with Omnivant can be played with Lone Hero. It just makes Lux kind of the strongest. Well, Lone Hero, part of the reason what makes Lone Hero so good on Lux is the shield, her single target damage, and mage armor. If you have Lone Hero Lux and you have like a mediocre, if you have like a suboptimal
就是好的呀。
anomaly, she actually doesn't do anything.
只是过渡
She's not a threat. It's just that once she has mage armor, just becomes unbelievably tanky, and even if you shred 30% of it, it doesn't do anything.
这拉黑斯不能杀完吧？
不可能。
And then obviously she's spam casting her shields.
一星的拉克斯，就一个大天使就想杀完，那是有点吓人的。
你把那个拉黑
Because like if Lux took, I don't know, let's say Lux took comeback story, do you think she's actually that good? No.
输了，为啥这技能还输了？
This guy took caretaker. Oh, this guy's holding all the Lux. This guy is holding 4 Luxes. Okay, he's playing one of them.
拉黑斯有啥？
But when you see 3 people in the lobby
他就是把五蓝发下来了。
playing Lone Hero, you gotta hold it. It's 100% correct. You're just griefing everyone else.
这波怎么输了？
啥用啊？
蓝发都能输吗？
Lone Hero Rumble, Deep Roots, and Dominator.
还是
That sounds like some Leduc
先
tech.
买装？
对。
Leduc just plays like I feel like every video I see of Leduc, he's talking about how much he loves Deep Roots and he's doing some shenanigans in the corner.
连胜的局面，然后再上人口，再参与这个题的话，前面会
He like there's an augment in the game
少了这个碰夹。
where it's called area warfare, Aerial warfare is your firelights get damage. Actually, let me read it. I want to make sure. But they get damage for how much hexes they
Man, I'm
move.
getting more dogged again.
对呀，这个经济会大
Let。me see.
你毕竟是个非资源的局，你发条猴子嘛。
Aerial warfare. Firelight champions gain 9% attack damage and ability power when they start a firelight dash. They gain another 3 for every hex traveled at combat. And so if you combine this with deep roots is an anomaly that doesn't let you move, right? They cannot move or be stunned. Apparently, you get the buff
这小炮上去兽是什么意思啊？
as if they did move, but they didn't move
因为他有
because they have deep roots.
还真
So
有
he does like some shenanigans with that. That's not real. That's not real. It's just fun. It's just fun TikTok content. Mile, thanks for 3 months. Who are we rooting for? We're rooting for Flancy. He's one of my favorite CN players, and he's at 30 points. Oh, sorry, he's at 24 points. That's his gold count.
大家都有
And top 3 advance. So right now, this guy, YGQF, is 29 points, 28 points. He's third at 24 points and top 3 advance. So he needs to basically top 4, I think. I think if he also gets 5th, he might get through. No. That's
饮血剑，
that's not true. There's a possibility that it goes badly with I think in top 4 gets through. I think it's top 4 gets
这
through.
边的这个蓝发其实还是有点
Because if he gets top 4, then the most and anyone else above below him can gap is 3 points at first, and I think that ties. He should have a tiebreaker because of the first place. Deep roots, Smeech, Firelight. Yeah, that's like Leduc stuff, man. That's the Leduc tech. Never gonna actually happen in a serious game, but it is so funny that it exists.
飞哥这边都没有地了。
Technically, isn't there tech for every champion that isn't mana locked? Oh yeah, I'm sure there is.
孤胆练大塔也可以，其实
And if you go seeking it out, you probably could also start a YouTube channel
孤胆电塔是说
if you want that to be your thing.
两个人这边是火，全当一
Lima, Oscar, Lima,
就是火吧。
LOL, top left.
这火没问题啊，推动上啊。
对啊，断炉蓝发的断炉没有人用的，色体也没有人用的，色体有一个那个卸专注，
You okay, buddy?
也很热，因为只能拉2个人，
Oh, this guy's pivoting.
就是是火，
对，就是火没问题。
He took or is he pivoting? No, he has BT. Oh, he's going Vlad. Wait a second. Lone Hero Vlad?
哦
Because this guy has Lone Hero and he went Death Defiance.
鬼啦
啊，
Oh wait, you guys can't see. I'm covering it. But right behind this is Lone Hero Vlad.
无所谓的，反正他就爽。
They'll show you guys in like 10 seconds once they finish their augments.
确实是就
Yo, check this out. Check this out.
把最轻松的人就是他。
This guy is abandoning the Lux and is going Lone Hero Vlad.
的上限，合理的。玩极客羁绊追风者就是有机会吃鸡的，说不定你能开到什么6炮啊之类的那种大羁绊或者5伏击，那就很厉害。
这些鬼中期杀会够吗？我感觉
Is Vlad not all? Is it also like not mana locked? Doesn't look like it.
他现在都触发不了，
就是很难触发孤胆啊，这东西主要是
他这个
近战场。
财富健康就财富跌得好快。
I mean, he wins without Lone Hero. He just won because his board was better than his other opponent. This guy's on Lux 1. He went to 6?
15拉是厉害的呀，比银血厉害。
So 2 people pivoted off and they're just letting the other so there's 3 Lone Hero players in this lobby, 2 pivoted. Or at least one's pushing levels. Maybe he's not pivoting.
小魔女也拉牛，
Hmm.
准备去赌一个月光了。
Lone Hero Vlad without the hero augment. This has got to be
自
Whis.
己把握住了。
I mean, he's trapping his Vlad. Wow. Wait.
小魔女现在是4把前4，还真有可能呢，他4把前4。
This guy has to be reading chat or something like that. There's no way.
也
There's
4把前4
看一下啊
Right？
够不够？
Wait, why does this look so good?
能平分，好吧？ 人家同分规则怎么算的话，不太清楚。
确实有点儿。
Ah, this is Vlad's fight. He lost to Lux 1. Come on, man.
这个吸血鬼一定得删，然后得双大天使，然后也是要法师护甲。他反正不如拉克斯。
You need deep roots, so Vlad can't walk. Oh. Man, you hear that? You need 2-1 lone hero. You need lone hero into somehow hit one of the hardest 2 costs, the 3-star in the game, into perfect items into the exact anomaly.
他就很尴尬的一个点就是他这个，他出来之前他那个吸血鬼不能够打输出。
对，
他就
很拉克斯打输出，他清场就会有点慢了。看这边给什么东西啊？应该不是大血。
也有可能是大血，他现在就是要等很久，他才会出那个。
哦，这样子。
Oh, this is the radiant item.
这给个白天使。
Radiant item.
他拉克斯。
This guy's pushing levels with lone hero Lux 1. That's crazy. That's crazy. Radiant Crown Guard. Oh, he's playing Crown Guarded. Usually when you go Radiant items... Oh, actually, let me look that up. Usually when you go Radiant items for Renata, it's like Radiant item Archangels or Shojin on Renata. Renata... Let me see what the statistics say. Alright. Tactician tool is not working. Tactician tools, by the way, has been crashing a lot for me lately. I'm not sure if that's happening for you guys at all lately. Alright, let me look at items.
那如果是正常的炼纳塔的话，那免位是 OK。但是大天使讲道理应该也。
The best.
也是看抉择吧，这个东西。
Yeah, the best tends to be Radiant Archangels on Renata. Let me broaden up the scope here. Sample size. Is Radiant Crown Guard really good? There's like no data on it. Huh. Yeah, Tactician has been like kind of slow / unusable a little bit lately. No, in fact, it says the best Radiant item is like Radiant Declaw for Singe for frontline. Let me see if I can expand all the way to like Plat. See if I can find anything. Radiant. Crown shield. No, it doesn't look that good. Huh. It must be that intuitively they think they have the Crown Guarded augment, so it's better because they have Radiant Crown Guard. But everything points to like you should be doing Radiant Archangels or Radiant Shojin, one or the other. Radiant Archangels, Radiant Shojin, and then it's like gap, everything else. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. But we'll see if it works out for them. It seems like it's probably Radiant Declaw Redemption. It looks like it's Radiant Declaw and then Radiant Warmogs / Radiant Stoneplate, but you would prefer Radiant Declaw by like a lot. I'm looking at this right now of the Radiant items. Archangels, Declaw, Shojin, and then yeah. But it just could be one of those like small pocket scenario things. Just based off what I'm looking at. You talked about this yesterday and said Spear of Frodan was BIS. Oh yeah, so specifically in the situation that I was in, I had no scout, no pivot. So I already had like a lot of AP already. And I also had a setup that incentivized me to try and generate as many casts as I possibly could. So it was specifically Shojin. But I think it's like either or works. Either or works. I think generically speaking, you probably could go Archangels. But if you have like certain setups, Shojin is better. Oh my. Radiant Arc? What? That's... Okay, Prismatic. Okay, lone heroes can go for the Greater Moonlight. I have a question, Frodan. How do you approach the game with Automata +1 on 2 or 3-2? Push levels of cat with 6 Automata? Yes, I would do that. I wouldn't necessarily prioritize rerolling too much unless I have a good reason to go for it. Like, I have artifacts for Nocturne. Okay, Bronze for Life Twitch. Fancy plays so wide. He plays everything. He plays so many weird rerolls. He plays common standard level 8. He also plays off meta carries. He plays so wide. He reminds me a lot of Dish Soap. He's capable of playing everything. I mean, yes, but like also sometimes it blows up in his face. This guy, oh, he's going Pandora. Oh, he went Pandora's, so he can go for the double Crown Guarded tech. Radiant Crown Guard and regular Crown Guard. I've seen people do Pandora's Crown Guarded and then build like 5 Crown Guards. They go Crown Guard on frontline, and then Crown Guard on like the Rel, and then Crown Guard on like the Alawi, and then just and then Renata has everything. It's very funny. Did any Lux hit Moonlight? We're about to find out. I don't think any of the Lux players. I don't think their setups are that good. Oh wait, wasn't one guy going Vlad though? I need to see the Vlad player.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
North House. Thanks for the prime, man. Thanks for supporting the channel. This guy's one off of set 3? Wait a second. What's going on here? We're rerolling set bruisers? Set rebel bruisers? What? He has caretakers? Oh, you're right. You're right. I see. So he's gonna go to 9. No, you're right. He has caretaker. So he's going to 9, and then he's gonna natural it. He's tanking set, and then trying to get to 7 rebel, and he's trading his HP to get to 9, and then transition rebels. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I was missing the context. I thought he was level 6, and I was like, what? But it all makes sense. So basically, he's sacking stage 4. He's going to drop to like 40, 30 something HP, get to 9 and roll for the rebel board. And then, yeah. This guy took, is this trade tracker or magic roll? I'm interested in the Vlad player. He has health as well for the second augment. I believe he did. And I believe he's actually at, I think he's like one of these. I think he's 53 HP right now. You know, if they mana lock luck, okay, I'm just gonna put it out here. If they change Lone Hero Lux and it's not a real thing, maybe it might be Lone Hero Vlad. If it's good. I took trade tracker. We shall see. We shall see. So he's playing Scrap. Scrap with trade trackers is the most common setup. He even hit his Scrap emblem, so this guy's setup is theoretically very good. Except he has one problem. You guys notice what problem he has right now? There is no Corki. Your team does 0 damage. He's playing Twitch 1. Yeah, it's a cool board. He is looking extra cooked. Twitch 1. He can't even anomalize. He has no Corki ahead of the anomaly. So now he has to anomalize Echo. I mean, that's worse things in the world. I guess he has Echo too, but He's just dead. That's too sad. Trade tracker into scrap. Holy! Wait, what is this?
300天使吸血鬼这集我见过，但是好
Dude
像还是差点意
Are you?
思啊。
What? He went triple archangels, radiant archangels.
对，就少个好像
He needs deep roots. He needs deep roots.
多少钱？对不好看。
He needs deep roots. He needs deep roots. Fortified?
不可能这个。
No.
那就慢慢来嘛，他钱又不多。
对。
What is he taking? What is he taking?
感觉一直在出重复的。
He's rolling so much.
法师不侠，给不给？
好，来了。
Oh, that's mage armor. Oh. Ah, okay, okay.
范德尔在前面拖时间，还
Okay, mage armor Vlad. Solo he's cornering. He's trapping him in the corner.
差一个监察，差个刀疤。
Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Hold on. And he's waiting for 6 watchers. He levels for the 6th watcher. Who's he missing? He has Garen, Amumu, Vlad. Oh, he's missing Scar. He's missing Scar.
这边的极客没有伤害。
He's racking up hundreds of AP while everyone else is just dying. Oh my god.
还有啥控制链呢？
Oh my god, he gets unleashed with 440 AP.
就是得法师护甲。
有重伤。
Dude, and he has the durability from the what?
这个法师护甲叠起来。
What? They just unleashed everything and he didn't take a single point of damage.
这拿头秒。
Huh? What? What? Oh my god. He just they unloaded everything and he didn't take a single point of damage. Oh no. Oh no, you guys. Oh no, you guys.
也合理的，他现在
I think we found our next target if they take out Lux.
15确实可以2星冒充3星。
下面有2个人在这里垫了一下的话。
Meanwhile, Lux 2.
级的人就是那3个。
Wait, what augment did he even take? He took geniuses for Echo and Heimer. What? Okay, I guess that works. I've never seen that actually in Lone Hero Lux.
太稳健。
Okay.
这是天才吗？
对，天才。
No, go back to the Vlad player though. That guy, we need. We've seen this. I mean, yeah, this board is pretty cool. He's geniuses. Yeah. Actually, he's a few off Heimer 3.
他等下面2个人死了就可以。
Renata player went Radiant Stone. Oh my god. Radiant Stone plate, Radiant Crown Guard, Crown Guarded.
双板甲很硬。
I mean, the setups look kind of good.
少平的双板甲会不会？
那也就至少吧，他也没有6闪。
This guy hit Corky actually.
就有的双抗太高了。
He hit Corky and he has Echo too.
因为他是一个潘多拉，他也。
The problem is, I don't think he has enough DPS to actually take down the Singe. The Singe is like just tanking forever. Oh, okay, he's just the 8th.
羁绊追踪者开出来，并没有能够翻。
Why does anyone have radiant items? Wind up monkey.
走啦。
Powder.
但是确定是琉璃小飞现在是淘汰了。
Go back to the Vlad player. See an observer. Come on, man. You have to watch this. You have to watch this. It's clearly what's going on. Wait, it's actually... They tied. Okay, hold on a second. I'm so upset they didn't show this. Do you know what this guy's playing? This guy's playing Lone Hero Lux. So they tied. Vlad versus Lux. Come on, man. These guys are not doing it. Just spectator.
有什么理论角度？
就从现在开始一直输啊，但是怎么可能呢？
Yeah, thumbs down for me, guys. Thumbs down from me.
理论了，没办法，60多滴血，从60多滴血一路现在输也得输到6个2去。
Nah, you're right. Let's just look at this this rebel player. 1-star Zoe. You right. That's the more exciting gameplay. Oh, here we go. It's the guy. It's the guy. It's Vlad. It's the Vlad 3.
血鬼。这一波这样慢慢打过去，那机械鬼
Vlad 3
可以
He got 6 Watcher in.
但是他有一个安米塔耶，安米塔有一个举高高，
Yeah.
跟天地孤
Kill everything.
双重控制。
Just saying, this Vander's not dying, by the way, either.
然后再加上这个杰斯的盾，
拉过来。
Oh, he got deep rooted.
回右
He got deep rooted from the corner. He's getting stunned.
他得打这个洛伊
He's taking no damage.
哎
He's taking no damage. What is
打
this?
到洛伊
打
了。
到洛伊了，打到洛伊了。
There's not a he's just getting completely swarmed and he's just taking no damage.
秒 OK， 到我一说，
Oh my god. Oh my god.
机械鬼杀不完的话就是护路。
对，
He's gonna die because he ties eventually.
行了。
I guess.
弗兰西这把我看着都像要吃了的感觉。
All right, Flancy. Bronze for life. Echo. Ooh, Echo Zeri? Okay. Echo Zeri, GP
马
Jace.
听着怎么就这么点？
Okay. Cool variation.
他其实就有一个斗转，而且他是上的艾克，没上那个炸弹人。
I mean, this is just cool.
多一个技能。但是艾
Okay, we need to see
当一个伴 C，
we need to see if anything can because if the win condition of Vlad or sorry if the only way you can beat Vlad is to tie him because he doesn't have like the Lone Hero Lux infinite shields himself, right? So the idea would be that
装备给到了杰斯。
if he
那效果并不是那么
if he Vlad doesn't infinitely shields, he just heals and then he has like durability plus infinite resistances.
打怎么办？
怎么办啊？啊！
Oh, they're tied. Both of their hex forges are alive, so they're just gonna die. Oh no, that's that. What a wacky last game, man. Look at the chat. They're just. What a silly game, man. This game is so wacky. This game is so wacky.
挺抽象的，这样刚刚好剩2个塔。
Oh my gosh. This is a great game. This is a hilarious game. This is a game I'll probably talk about for the rest of the set.
谁现在还在第一
I usually there's a few games that I watch that like stick with me. This is one of them.
以后能超他的只有2个了。
500 armor and MR plus 50 durability is insane. Yes. I mean, this is actually an argument for why durability. So some people like look at 6 Watcher and they say like, it's not that exciting of a trait because like you gain only so much like the jump from 4 to 6 Watcher is not that much durability in terms of the raw number. But then you kind of watch when durability gets difficult to deal with and you start realizing that it can be super problematic, especially because it's not just like a 5% increase at peak, but it's also across all the Watchers. So when you're watching this, you're like, oh my god, durability plus like a infinite stack like this can just be so... I see the vision, man. This is not even hero augment Vlad. This is just straight up lone hero. Sorry, yeah, this is just lone hero plus mage armor. I'm wondering if they just need to disable mage armor and make it something else instead. So like, is maybe lone hero is just gonna be playing whack-a-mole with all this stuff. Yeah, we saw this. The other rebel player couldn't deal with it. The other rebel player had like the Mbessa 2 and everything like that, and they couldn't deal with it.
有点高哈。
The only way this guy lost a fight was because he tied against the other the Lux player.
我的个天！
Oh, he tied! Wait, he tied again!
你看他杀得慢就护路。
Wait, that is actually the way to you whittle him down by having him tie. Oh, I see. The hard counter to this guy is to tie him.
刚才
Oh,
没办法。
I see. So maybe he has to drop 1 Archangels and then do something that helps him clear fast. I don't know. He needs like a Ludens or something. Please watch the Vlad. I know. I really want to watch Vlad. We're watching this guy fight the Ghost. Oh, you know why? It's because I think these are players who are playing for advancement of tomorrow. They're playing for point standings. So it's like if this guy dies here, then he's eliminated from the point standing race. But that's why they're watching it. There's purpose to it. There's purpose to it. They're following for the tournament narrative. But what about my personal enjoyment, huh? What about my desires and my interests? Twitch 3? He's 3 off of Twitch 3. He's 3 off of Twitch 3. Okay, but like switch POVs, man. Switch POVs. They tied again. Wait. Yeah, are you seeing this? They tied again. This guy is just tying everyone. He tied everybody. Oh my god. Okay, so the conclusion is I think Lone Hero Vlad is just trolling the lobby. I think what they do is I think his job is just to troll the lobby. He doesn't win out, he ties out. He ties out. He should be less tanky. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. Oh yeah, maybe he shouldn't trap the Vlad. That's a good point. Like maybe he needs to kill more and not actually trap the Vlad. But you know what the problem is? Now he's down to 1 life, so it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if that's what the correct thing to do is now. Because if he's wrong, does the tie give only unit damage? I believe the tie does. It basically counts as both people losing, but you don't get the benefit of the streak. So it resets your streak, but it counts as both of you losing. It's not like in Battlegrounds, for example, where in Battlegrounds, if you tie, neither player takes damage. I remember that's like when in Battlegrounds where there was like literally like fights that would last like 2 to 3 minutes long, and you would tie and you just repeatedly tie over and over and over. I just surrender those games. They're just not worth my time for like plus 50 MMR or something like that. 50 MMR in that game is like nothing. It's like 5 LP. Oh, he didn't tie. He won. And this guy's at 1 HP. This is so troll. Not only does he tie by 1 unit, he wins by 1 unit and he doesn't kill off people. All he's doing is just trolling the lobby. Like it's Spectator actually switched. Yeah, he probably got yelled at. Get off your mobile phone, man. Come on, can we stop watching the Renata player though? It's not that interesting. But it's a top 4? Yeah, it is a top 4. It is a top 4. Okay, go back to the other guy, man. Go back to the other guy. I just need to watch this Vlad as much as I can. I don't even know when the next time I'll see it is. Who knows? They might even change mage armor. CN Tech. Lone Hero Vlad. Okay, I mean, this guy might be dead, though. I think he's dead. His backline. He just doesn't scale enough into the late game. This is a good top 4 from now. Now switch. Okay. Okay, and that's OT. It's a tie. He's dead. Wait a second. Vlad! Run! Oh, buzzer beater. Oh, he got there in time. Holy cow. Oh, man. Oh, dude. The way the Vlad was running over, he was like scuttling over it. Oh. Oh man.
再多扛1秒就呼住了。说白了打
This is
打
too
基本
funny.
上就只能靠这个呼住去打。
All right. Now he's 2 off of Twitch 3. He's 2 off of Twitch 3.
这边好多牌在听啊。
He actually, so he's unleashed the Vlad. He's officially unleashed the Vlad. 4 emissary, 6 watcher. He has unleashed the Vlad.
他主要是
Okay.
还是有
I love how we were supporting the Vlad. I mean, yeah,
这个吸血鬼这样子在
it makes sense. He's not even giving Vlad the HP, by the way, because he doesn't need it.
不吃呢
He doesn't need it. He's frontlining Vlad. I think he's learned. I think he's like, yeah, you know what? Trapping Vlad is troll. Just play the Vlad and kill units. So that way, like, I don't
他这确
have
实
to
是
kill so many targets.
毕竟法师护甲加3大天使，
法师护甲，对呀，那法师护甲抗击就摆在那儿了。
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. There's so this guy's the elite says, oh, the elite died. The elite died.
嗯，对
Oh, and then we're going
这
OT.
个清场
Oh,
没
it's
办
over.
法
It's over. It's over.
吃了个盖伦儿，盖伦
They're
儿
feeding so much mana to him. Oh wait.
哦呦，别是
Oh no, we're good. We're good. We're good.
但是没用
I think-
一口就吸上了
Oh, wait, he far range casted. That was so close. That was so close. He actually Bluetoothed. He Bluetoothed his way in.
掉半血，但是没用
Oh man. That's crazy. The range cast. That's right. Okay.
感觉比那个乌朗
Okay,
还
Victor and Mel. Now we're starting to introduce the 6
他主要
costs.
这一把是什么？有个金大天使
I mean, I'll
然后
take
还有财富
Probably
因为他
Victor
是
here.
对
Oh, he's taking Mel for the extra
一
life.
般吸不上来的呀。
he takes Mel so he can ramp up Mel for the extra life. Oh, you're right. Because then that's how he wins in the 1v1. If it's a tie, he has banished mage to win. That's checkmate. That's checkmate, fellas.
也难，但是没
If
用
he gets banished mage value, he can't lose to a tie.
还有纳什 老鼠
Oh, he's 1 off Twitch. Oh, if he hits Twitch 3 though, I think if he hits Twitch 3,
哇，这铁男有点猛啊！
哦，
can Twitch 3 win the game
现在启动，
against Vlad? Can he actually deal enough damage?
要不然再低一下呗。
Oh, but you know, it's not that even Twitch 3 has to win. It's just that Twitch 3 stops Vlad from killing units, so that way there's too many targets for him to target. Like it's not that like no, because the win condition
蜘蛛能控到吗
isn't
蜘蛛对到了
the win condition isn't to kill the Vlad. The win condition is to stall Vlad out so that over time, so he loses to ties. So he kills everything else out, so the Vlad has to have more targets to single target down, and he can't do it in time. Wait.
那这边就是
Oh, he actually.
三线
Oh, he might die before he gets to Twitch 3. Switch.
除非
Switch.
打谁的镜像
CN, please, man. Okay.
铁男
No, we're good. No, he clears this. He clears this.
只能考虑就是最后的互助，
Alright.
就是拖加时拖完。
They're not because they want to stay on his POV for Twitch 3. He has contested. He has infinite gold.
咦
Surely don't miss.
我说实话
He's been rolling at 9 forever.
不要了，不要了，不要了。
不要了，肯定不要了呀。
Caster's saying don't buy it. Caster's saying don't buy it. You don't need it.
勇敢去
He's saying you just buy Twitch 3. Like the Caster's saying don't do it.
无所谓了，主要是无所谓了，这小兵吃了也没用啊。
I agree actually. What Caitlyn too? Is that gonna even move the needle?
主要是他确实是无所谓了。
Maybe. It's the same theory, but like the Caster's like don't. It's not worth it. Just like sell and roll for. Okay, here we go.
这边要先把铁男给吸掉。
就追3星就行了。
Okay, and Vi is on the Vlad. That's a really big deal. She's gonna repeatedly stun him. Good positioning for Flancy.
哎呦喂，没触发孤胆，给他打掉了半血，能不能给他
Okay.
冲下去？
打到多少血都没用啊。
Okay. I think Flancy.
考虑互助，
I think he lost.
前面感觉干
Oh, it's OT. It's OT. It's OT. Oh, the Ambessa stun. That's so huge. The Ambessa stun.
打不动这个吸血鬼。
No, he's gonna be alive. He's alive though. He's living.
1秒，
He's living. Yeah, K2 didn't change anything. K2 didn't change anything. Dude, he's winning. He's gonna win out. I think Flancy's only out is Twitch 3. I think, but even then, does Twitch 3 actually kill? Twitch is just feeding mana. That is true, actually.
不会有人
He's just
看
helping
的
him cast more and more. Twitch 3 is fake. I mean, we'll see.
要跟 Nico
Only one way to
看
find
看
out.
Nico 能不能打
What item do you even want here? Giant Slayer, I guess. Like,
来呗。
有级还是概率很高的呀。
嗯，
可以换
you know what would be
可以换来
crazy if you get like a Zonia's and you're supposed to remove it so that way you can Zonia's to time him out.
换成3费啊。
Wait, he has banished mage now, doesn't he?
可以换，可以换，都可以换，都可以换。
3 off Zoe 3 for the rebel player.
换了吧？
Any twitches?
完了，现在来。
No twitches.
换了吗？换了吗？
He sold his Caitlyn too. Selling his Warwick. Ah, he hit last roll. Last roll. He hit last roll. Oh my god, he had to sell his. So the caster was right.
继续肉住。
He sold his Caitlyn too just so they can hit the Twitch 3. Like it wasn't worth it.
养位呗。
Okay.
看见。OK。
I mean, surely he wins with Twitch 3, right?
这老虎
Imagine he hits Twitch 3 and loses because he sold part of his board. He sold his Jade. He sold his Ambessa. He sold his Kate. Okay, he wins. He wins. Switch, 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 switch.
不好说，我说实话。但是那边有没有可能互助？
Guys,
还真有
Okay.
两边互助。
OT,
直接
OT,
flank 吃了。
OT.
哎，你
Jinx Rocket does nothing, but she's gonna stun again. She's gonna stun again. She's gonna stun again. Oh, the stun.
碰了一下，
Oh, 1 second on the clock. 1 second on the clock. He's dead. It's a 1v1. It's Twitch 3 versus Vlad 3. It's Twitch 3 versus Vlad 3 1v1. Oh my god.
看看
That guy had Rebel and Jinx too, and the whole works to try to stall him out.
感觉射不动的，其实还是射不动的。
我感觉一个人射的，我3星不一样了吧？
反正触发孤胆之后，
I mean, he's broke. He Twitch can't reposition.
会点30%减伤。
They're hovering over to see his combat stats. I mean, he gets extra attack speed.
嗯，对你
Okay, this is it. No matter what.
这。
Oh, that's not true. He has banished mage. Oh no, he doesn't. He took it out.
哎，你看 A 射一个洞的，看看怎么说。
Okay, Twitch 3's killing everything.
鬼头一开始就感觉打不太动了。
Oh, Vlad actually looks like he's gonna die.
瓦会给他
Vlad's actually taking damage.
没抓
Is he?
了
He's barely surviving.
孤胆还没触发孤胆，
He's barely surviving.
上来了
Twitch,
怎么
come
回事
on.
啊好人吸，
Twitch.
哇
Vlad. Oh my god. I think he's gonna time out. I think he's gonna time out maybe.
我的这个枪都跟 A 柱
Is he?
了
Oh.
老虎有点人工术能打吗？
给我挠痒，3级的小老鼠。
No, he actually won. Oh my god, the Vlad actually won. Whoa. Oh no. Oh no.
差一点点，差一点点就。
Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is crazy. We gotta watch the ending of that fight again. We gotta watch that again.
人工术能打。
That was crazy. That was crazy. I thought Twitch was gonna be able to burst him down. And like because you have one window to target him down before he ramps with the AP.
看看怎么说。
And then he was like focusing him.
开始就感觉打不太动了。
And then he got so low and he just like heals out. He got stunned by the Vine. Like I feel like Flanty did everything like he possibly could.
触发孤胆还没触发。
Even had Ambessa trying to go for the other stun as well.
怎么回事啊我操，好人吸！哇，吸血鬼吮吸练习。
Crazy. I can't believe it.
老虎的这个枪都跟 A 柱火星似的了。
Radiant Archangels with 2 other Archangels.
给我挠痒。
Insane. Insane.
跪下。
哎呀，
Holy cow.
孤胆吸血鬼。感觉确实
这比拉
射不动。
克斯牛吧这个。
其实差一点点，差一点点就可以
I don't know what to say about that, guys.
差一点
Edge of Night on Vi wins.
真差一点。
Oh yeah, fair enough.
后面
So that she can like maybe get survivability cast again.
他法强高，他吸血吸的野。
He had a Victor in shop.
碰烂了
Did he? I don't think so. I think you're talking about the other guy.
触发孤胆还没触发孤胆。
But yeah, you're saying that if he had Edge of Night for his Vi to like try and get one more stun on.
这是发
The thing is, he did lose.
A 柱。
He in OT he lost by like 5 seconds, so it wasn't close.
能打吗？
Yeah, so it wasn't a timeout cheese.
没什么区别啊。
Hmm.
跪下。 孤胆吸血鬼。
Oh man, what a ridiculous finish! What a ridiculous finish, man. This entire day delivered. This entire day delivered. Like we saw everything, man. We saw the regular meta, and we also saw the Woke tech. We also saw some off meta stuff that's kind of cool. Oh man, can someone link the build for Vlad? Yeah, here you go. I got you. Here's the build. Where is it?
我们看一下积分榜单。第一名勇敢去飞30
There you go.
分
Here's the build.
斗鱼小魔女32分，第3名 Flancy 是31分。恭喜这
I'm linking it in chat for you.
到我们的半决赛。
Don't forget to sub and drop your prime, by the way. Educational content.
的话就遗憾止步于此。
All right. So these are the final standings for today.
最后一把反正
Bro, YGQ he won the game and he won the day. Isn't that not Giga Chad? Like this guy actually this guy is a beast. This guy's a beast. 3-way Lone Hero Lux contest.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Flancy getting third, huge. And Lil Lee went 7th, not good. Blue 4, yes, thanks for the prime, man. Appreciate that. Fun day. Let's see. Slash marker. NCN VOD. And then this is the semifinals next week. Oh no, this is the other group. This is actually the other losers group. So this guy Shunga, for example, playing in it. Zhuanzi, Ahao. Oh, this is the caster for today. By NC or NC. No, NZ. Xing is playing in it as well. So that's the other group that's finishing up. But this guy is playing in it. All right, folks. That's it for China VODs today. That's it for China, the China group